I've in three, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of No Jumper News. Today is Friday, March 21st, and we got a lean crew with us today.
Yeah, man.
Very lean crew.
Come on, man.
Lagacita, what's going on, buddy?
Yo, we here.
The leanest and meanest.
Everybody else got fired. There's nobody left.
Oh, there's layoffs again?
Mass layoffs at No Jumper.
Honestly, we still have to lay off one more of you guys, so we're going to throw a pool stick in the middle here, and whoever comes out, comes out.
Lush? Hey, man. You feel me, man? No.
If there's a steak, I don't think I stand a chance, Doug.
No.
I said pool stick.
Oh, I thought it was like a steak, and we both like attacking like ravenous beasts, and whoever could consume it quicker.
Lush,
my money's on you, gang.
How do it feel to finally be a gang member?
What gang am I from?
No Jumper, nigga.
No Jumper's a gang?
Apparently, bro. Listen, bro, when I heard Tariq, she talking about it, man. Boy, y'all out here banging crazy up here now, man. Hey, but I heard the theories though, which we'll get to shortly. It was, but yeah, how do it feel to now be a part of a gang?
Hey, you thinking Lush got heat for this cipher?
Yeah.
This is my testimony for the No Jumper RICO indictment. Ooh.
Yo.
I said it.
Yo, I'll be real.
I said it. I meant it.
Now would be like the perfect time to do like a free Break Baby cipher.
Oh yeah, no, we're for sure doing.
But it's too hot
official announcement.
But
free Brick Baby song coming soon. No Jumper. We doing it.
It's too hot right now, man. It's too hot right now, bro. You feel me?
We might need, if we could get 4 extra on there when he comes home. Ooh.
Yo, bro, I knew it was hot, bro, when I have like huge creators, like with like 1 million plus, like they're DMing like, hey, yo, I fuck with you, yo, bro, like I really like your content, man, but bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, like, yo, be careful, man.
That's what everyone's saying to me too. Hell, that's so weird.
I'm like, hey, bro. I mean, I don't know, like what exactly I should be careful of, right? Because
that's what I'm saying. So many people have been hitting me up, like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right over there? Are you good, bro?"
Maybe they can see something that we can't see.
You're saying big content creators. Look, I got my brother texting me. You feel me? Like, I got my brother texting me. Like, you feel me? Like,
oh wow.
You feel me? I read about the case.
Wow.
What's your homeboy's name?
Oh wait, is that the one from Indeed?
No, that's my other brother who's like a very successful filmmaker. My brother.
Bro,
John.
why don't he put? Oh, I'll be real, bro. Like the documentary I'm gonna cook up about the 2022, the present No Jumper scene. Oh my God, bro. I can't begin to start working on that, man.
Would you say it kind of
from 2022 April?
And that's crazy because that's right when I started working there, bro.
Yeah, that's the scene. Yeah, that's before me though. But yeah, from 2022 April to now.
I think when did do you remember You don't remember when God Tier started, do you, Josh? I think it was March of 2023. Yeah.
No, 2023. No,
22. That's what I meant.
22.
2022. March of 2022.
Because bro, and it's just it's just a damn shame that like my reality show idea that I pitched didn't get picked up. Because bro, can you imagine like the confessionals?
Oh, what was your reality show like? This essentially what's been going on these shows.
No, so there was like a famous reality TV network who was interested around like 2022 ish.
Yeah,
I don't know, right?
You could say it doesn't matter, like, bro. I can tell you about hella different shows I had in development with different. It's not like
because we rejected it, and it'll look bad. No, but I brought it to the Jumper and said, "Yo, we should do this." I mean, bro, they bring cameras in and follows. No Jumper, like thought process was, I mean, we'll be giving away content that we could just keep for ourselves, but the content we could have gotten, we never got it.
So you're saying like the house phone like crash out moment. If that
that's like way before then, but yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, well, it's really not way before then because that's like
2024.
Oh, you said 2022.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying like when house phones and Adam got into it on the pod.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
The drink throwing, all that shit, whatever. Like
yeah.
Imagine if
No, right?
Would that have been on?
No, like we captured like what happened on camera.
Oh, okay.
We don't capture like the behind the scenes politics, the gossiping, the snake shit. Like we don't cover none of that behind the scenes, and the fans probably ain't even privy to 99% of it that took place, right? So like,
So what you're
we missed all the gold.
I think Lush made them pretty privy.
Okay,
Stupid.
at some point, right?
No, I think literally like this is like a lot worse than, you know what I mean? It's a lot worse than anything. Like
Flacco voice, this is bad.
Yo,
because really, you know, it's just a bunch of gossip.
I'll be real. It started off as a meme where people is saying, "Oh, this is," but now it's catching on, and you know, and I'm seeing people asking for, "Yo, where's the this is bad caption?" You feel me?
Are you like do you like use it now more sparingly because you know it's a haymaker?
No, and I also just learn how to like make like better YouTube thumbnails, right? Like, for example, you know, instead of saying like this is bad, right? I could be like just like more specific. For example, if let's say there's a huge argument that took place on a podcast, right? And it's about, let's say, like somebody got exposed for snitching. Instead of saying this is bad, I could just bring the arrow and say he got caught. You feel me? So, right, like it's more specific and it's more engaging, right? Opposed to like this is bad for every title. Eventually, people sort of like get desensitized and don't click on it. You know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, how do it feel, man, to be a part of the gang?
Hey, at the end of the day,
And like, is your real gang concerned?
I you know it's funny. Like one of my best friends texted me yesterday, and he's all free Lush.
Wait, Josh. So okay, so here, bro. What's your thoughts, right? When you hear huge creators or folks who I guess we consider important DMing people like myself, even Lush just said that he got into some DMs saying, "Hey, bro, oh my God, listen, man, I rock with y'all. I'm just like, y'all know, man, this is, bro, be careful." So what's your thoughts when you hear people, I guess, outside of here being really concerned, but somehow we don't share the same urgency? Because I never thought about me possibly being indicted for something.
Are you guys talking about anything that these content creators don't have access to?
No.
So what is there to worry about?
No, because they see like what's going on with the host being indicted, and from their perspective, they feel super concerned that something is gonna happen to wrap everybody up in it. And I don't know what, because again, I've gotten this so much now that I don't know if I'm not seeing something that everybody else is seeing, right? Because it's not just one or two or three. It's like here, look. I think even Rory like told Adam, "Hey, bro, you better be worried, bro."
He like made some comment on the podcast.
Yeah,
but like, look, and here's my response to all of that. I get it, and I appreciate the concern, and this is directed at no one in particular, but it just lets me know how square everybody is. Like everybody is like lives such like, and it shows me how outside the box, I guess.
Duh.
Like what we're accustomed to and what we are around on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Is so like inconceivable to these people because they're pretty much live this mundane, sheepish existence and are just like color within the lines of society, and anything that's like a little bit outside or considered criminal or street activity. And oh my God, people are going to jail. It's so troubling. Like, dude, like you guys are all a bunch of pussies. Like,
I don't think
that's the reality.
No,
dude. Like,
I don't think they're soft.
I do.
I think some people will say
I didn't realize how much of a G I was until I seen how fucking square everybody else was.
No. Now
straight the fuck up.
Now, like
ain't
that
nobody
would be correct,
talking to us. We're not doing shit wrong, bro. Like we didn't do anything. Like the fact that people are trying to attack Adam over somehow being responsible for this when all bro did is actually create a lane of alternative income that's actually substantial and legitimate and outside the streets, and try to help Brick and try to help all these people, like myself included, was living on my parents' couch and then my homie's couch when I started at No Jumper, didn't have shit going on. You feel me? Like have a stable situation as a result. That's all Adam's done. When I fuck up in life, it's my fault. Like whatever's happened with Brick, unfortunately, is from before he was even over here.
No,
Like,
but that's a different discussion. I don't feel like even like the Adam is like not too many people are really like dying
like,
on the hill of that narrative. People are saying, even if let's say like Adam is not directly responsible, they're saying again, and we've heard this from a lot of people now, to where it can't just be white noise, and they all can't be scared. They all obviously know something that we don't know, because they're saying, bro, y'all better be concerned, man, because once the Fed starts watching and listening closely, now, okay, for example, now I don't want to put Steven into it, right?
what the fuck?
No, listen, again,
Who the fuck is that?
in fact, hey, let's not even say names, okay? Okay,
I mean,
right?
it's too late for that.
Right? No, let's not even say names beyond
Who
Steven,
lives
okay?
at 3672
No, beyond Steven, okay?
17th Avenue?
There was a video that was posted, I think, on Fairbucks, right? Which is like Twitter with
Yeah.
huge influence, and the title was "No Jumper Employee Pulls a Gun on Fousey," right? So again, when you have those things being out there, and you're telling me you're not even the slightest bit concerned that the feds is coming, I'm like, okay,
bro, but like for what? What did I didn't do anything. All I did was
you didn't do nothing,
all I
right?
did was interview people.
No, listen, Lush, listen,
And
bro.
I didn't see anybody do anything.
At some point, bro, the phone's being wiretapped.
Cool. I ain't talking about shit on my phone. They ain't look. I'm telling you, I know because I've done a lot of janky shit, and I've had collection agencies, police officers, people.
Lush, are you sure, Lush?
A lot of people after me. A lot of people that I like. I know when I'm in a bind. I'm in a bind, Jake. I don't feel. I don't feel like I'm in a bind right now, bro.
Sure.
Like, I feel bad that the homie's wrapped up in some fucked up shit. I'm sad that I don't get to joke around and who ride with the homie on the podcast. Yeah, all that shit. But as far as like, oh, I should be concerned because they're coming after us and no, dude, we're a media platform.
Sure, but then okay, so we have the Fear Buck title: No Jumper Employee Pulls Gun on Fousey.
Okay,
and then there's a clip on No Jumper Clips
I don't
where
have to worry about them coming to me to be a snitch because they're gonna go to you.
No, sure, right? And then there's a clip right now that's still on No Jumper Clips where it says, former No Jumper employee exposed for selling fentanyl or bad pills. Bro, at some point, bro, the RICO is coming, bro, right? And hopefully it doesn't come, but if we don't stop certain things that we are putting out in the sphere, bro, we gotta like at least protect ourselves. You feel me?
What they finna get me for? Parking tickets? That's my
no. Listen.
But I'm saying, what you gonna charge me with, gang? Like, what you gonna ask me about, gang?
And that's the
fuck.
Lush though. And that's the magic of a RICO, meaning this, okay?
Hey, fuck the feds.
It don't matter what you did.
On the dead homies.
If you are a part of an organization that's getting a RICO, then guess what? If he did something with Fousey, you get in charge with that too. If let's say Josh, got the fence, I guess you get in charge with that too.
I guess so, bro. I guess so. I guess the fucking Fousey getting pistol whipped.
Hey, listen,
you feel me? Like, listen, bro. This shit is. Look, I get it, and you know what? We work at a pretty crazy place as far as the stories that come out of it. But I've never once felt in danger.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna just let everybody know right now, bro. Hey, listen, bro. You would not see my name under confidential informant or a confidential witness because my name is gonna be public and I would be snitching. I'll just be real, bro. It would not be confidential.
We know,
right?
No, but I heard
why
the confidential ones you get some guaparelli. You feel me?
I'm not snitching for money. I'm snitching to stay out of jail. That's yeah, bro. Listen, if you're just snitching to like get some money without no threat of going to jail,
person, huh?
No, you were just stupid. Because why would you even like put yourself in that much stress for a couple dollars?
I don't think that's how it starts typically. But
what?
I'm saying you have to probably be in a bit of a precarious situation and lifestyle to begin with
Yeah.
to even want to get money for snitching or do any of that. But I don't believe that any federal agents or police or anybody's ever going to talk to me about anything involving this whatsoever in any capacity. That's my genuine belief.
No, but also too. So
Like, I really don't, bro.
I
Why?
talked to a few people the other day, and I don't even know if I should be like sharing this, but what I heard was, it was around June or July of 2020, right? When the feds began to investigate several gangs in Los Angeles County, right? Yeah, and that's when like the investigation started. And I know like the investigation on the Rolling 60 started specifically in August of 2020, right?
Mhm.
But now what I was told was like the catalyst for the investigation starting was March of 2019. Nipsey passed away.
I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And then a few months later in February of 2020, Pop Smoke passed away. Right? And eventually like the feds
Unrelated.
No, sure. But the feds seen those two occurrences that was tied to gangs, and they decided, yo, we are stepping in. Now, I heard that directly from somebody at the U.S. Attorney Office.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Right?
I mean, it just shows how dumb they are. But really, it's not even that. It's like they're driven to do that due to the fact that there's public outrage, that there's media attention, that they look stupid. And then at a certain point, they're like, okay.
I say that to say
they're
this. They're
incentivized and then pursue the case.
No, I say that to say this. This is just a time where, yo, like they're just beginning to unravel life like here. I think the first ones in 2022, I think it's like the Playboys or somebody called like a RICO in 2022, right? Yeah, right. So all they're doing right now is just unraveling all the investigations they've started on multiple gangs.
Yeah, I mean, there's
in 2020.
Okay.
So I say that to say this. This ain't the last indictment that's coming. There's several other indictments that's coming. And I'm telling everybody, bruh, yo, start saving up them coins. Start getting ready, bruh, because at this point, there's literally nothing you could do. The investigation started in 2020. They've been wiretapping, collecting data for about 5 years or so, bruh. I don't know who's next. All I can tell you, bruh, is this is not the last indictment.
Do you think they know that I have a stolen Wi-Fi at my crib?
No, but it's not us though, right? It's not us
They definitely
though.
know.
All right. Obviously, is no podcasters, but
yeah,
you know there.
I mean, there might be a few podcasters. Let's be real.
Well, the game angles, yeah, but no. But when I see people kind of like, you know, hop online and they're talking about this openly and they're laughing at other people who are currently caught up in a RICO, I'm saying, yo, y'all not safe, bro. Yo, they started investigating a lot of gangs in 2020, and they're just unraveling these indictments right now. So
I mean, like, dude, this isn't even the first time this has happened in LA. I understand that you're saying from this current cycle that started. Yeah, the Nipsey thing, the amount of ones. Again, like I use my parents as a barometer because they're like literally elderly white people. They're like completely out of touch with anything. They're only getting mainstream news sources. You know what I mean? And when my parents are asking me about if I knew this Nipsey Hussle guy, I was like, okay, like that's making a dent in the public consciousness to such a degree that it's like, boom, this is super prevalent news. So like it makes sense. Yeah, they're gonna need to look into this. Oh, he's a gang member and and he's already involved in community activism to try to. Yeah, it all adds up. It all makes sense. And you're right.
Are you sad that are you sad that that the feds is now taking gangbanging in LA County more seriously?
I mean, I think that.
Are you sad?
Hell yeah, that shit sucks, bro.
Okay, so
because I already.
What about that makes you sad?
Because I know that it's gonna wind up targeting a bunch of people who don't necessarily have that much to do with it, that are just involved peripherally because that's how they collect information, and it's gonna tear an asshole through the
Lush.
through South Central, through East LA, through all the sections of LA that you know what I mean.
But that's not true though, right?
Yeah, what do you mean? How is that not true though, Officer Flock?
Okay, so if we're just looking at the empirical evidence, what about this current indictment that we just watched with Big U, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon? When you read that indictment, who a part of that indictment didn't do nothing and they're just a part of it because they're rolling 60s?
Well, first of all, Brick Baby's not a part of that indictment, right?
No, no, sure,
and what
but
about
it was
what
a
about-
sting to
what
where they
about-
took down
what
multiple
about
people.
the one lady? What about the one lady? The one lady that's supposedly cooperating.
Okay, here, listen.
What did she have to like? How can we?
Oh, yeah, sure. So she admitted to the police that she brings prostitutes to high profile men, including Big U. So she admitted that yes, she drove the prostitutes from LA to Vegas on multiple occurrences. So she admitted that
So she had a few girls in her car. Whoop-de-doo.
No, she admitted that again, she's getting paid for this. That she's getting paid to transport prostitutes across state lines. So she admitted that she engaged in like human trafficking. So again, I'm saying though, who is in this that
is Brick's
that you said they didn't do nothing wrong?
Well, Brick's name's not on the indictment, so
sure.
So he has
a separate indictment though for the AK-47.
So the fact that even Brick is wrapped up right now is
how?
I mean, like what do you mean? They tried to.
He has a case.
They did a gang sweep, right? They did a Rolling 60s gang sweep essentially.
No,
because what do you mean no? Then how come Brick is in the same like way they have the whole?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
So it's Operation Drawdown, right?
Right. Like I said, a gang sweep.
No. So look, here's like the difference, okay? A gang sweep would mean there's this huge superseding indictment, and all the gang members are under this one indictment, and this is a RICO for rolling 60s. That's not the case. It's Operation Drawdown, where it was a sting where they took various people from off that they believe these people are connected, but not necessarily to where like you can say that they belong on the same complaint. So these people have different criminal complaints, right? Mm-hmm. Some know, like I believe like Loose Cannon, Armani, like Robinson and Martin, like and Big U, they're all under like one criminal complaint, but there's multiple criminal complaints. So like again, this is not just a sting for rolling 60s under one big RICO.
Gotcha.
No. So essentially, I'm saying, who do you know where they are just being picked up because they are rolling 60s or they are a gang member and they have nothing to do with nothing?
It's not just about them. It's about
you're sad because people who are innocent will be picked up for that.
It's not just people that are innocent that'll be picked up. It's the relatives of the people that are picked up. It's the kids. It's the families. It's like entire communities that are affected. And when you're talking about more gang sweeps and more arrests, that's just like more people being incarcerated. I'm not saying that I have better solutions in mind, but I don't like the way our entire like judicial system is. I don't like the.
You just said something about the communities being affected.
Yeah, they are going to be affected.
Again, I'm just asking the question. Do you think that gang indictments and gang sweeps would benefit the community at large or hurt it?
I think, well, I mean, there's been gang indictments and like we've seen like.
No, I'm asking, Lush.
Hold on, I'm answering your question.
It's a yes or no. Do you think it will benefit the community at large or hurt it more?
I'm gonna say no because I don't trust the police out here. I don't trust their methodology.
So you think that gang sweeps?
Yeah, I think that the way
in these communities will hurt it.
The way that they're currently acted out, yes, I do.
How are they acted out to where they will cause more harms to the communities than benefit it?
Because the way things currently are, you're dealing with a police force, which is essentially gangs in and of itself. They're incentivized. What do you mean? Like There's literally gangs in LAPD. Look it up. Look it up.
So how would gang
There's-
sweeps again?
Like,
Is a very so
there-
how would the
I-
gang sweeps of local gangs in these communities? How would the gang sweeps of people committing crimes in these communities? Again, this is just me asking you a question. How would the sweep of local criminals committing crimes? How would that hurt the community more than benefit it? Because I don't know the answer. I'm just asking.
Because you're taking a lot of like people off the street that might not necessarily deserve to be taken off the street, and you're taking them away from their family.
So give me an example where, with the indictments that we've seen so far, where somebody who didn't do nothing, who's innocent, ain't never committed crime before. All their crime is,
Well, I mean, like when
there
you
is
put it like
somebody
that,
who is just named. Give me an example of somebody who's completely innocent, where they've done nothing wrong at all whatsoever, and this person is just being listed because they are a part of a gang.
bro. Do you understand that there's a complete distrust of law enforcement in this city, particularly in the
But
South
give me
Side?
the example.
No, but
that
I'm
you've
saying,
seen
but
to
like,
make you say that.
But I'm saying it's way more like obvious, like the way you ask a question. Like, no, like we're not talking about the fucking boys choir over here. Clearly, like there's people that have criminal backgrounds, every single one of them.
Or the
So-
okay. In these indictments,
When you're talking about this indictment in particular, because
no,
you're asking
I'm saying
a lot of different questions, which have a lot of different nuances.
no, because I feel
But
like you're dodging these questions.
No,
Lush.
you're acting like they're
Yeah.
basic questions, but there's a
The-
lot more layers to them.
Lush, okay,
It's not a simple yes or no, and I'm not going to be baited into
but
saying.
why is it not?
Yeah,
though?
yes, it's great. Like we should do a mass arrest.
No, you can
Because-
say no. Like
I said no.
yeah,
And I'm trying to explain
yeah.
to you why. You feel me? But
No,
it's
I'm
not like-
saying okay. Again, like you said something very specific.
What?
They're taking innocent people from off the streets.
Yeah.
I'm saying, what's your proof based on the indictments you've seen recently? What's your proof to where somebody is completely innocent? And also, too, is this though? And are you saying that they are arresting and locking up more innocent people than guilty people? Or more crime-free people than crime-ridden people?
I mean, but at the end of the day, when there's several people that are serving lengthy sentences that shouldn't be that kind
Who?
of. I'm not saying off rip. There's several examples. There's
Who?
there's people like what do
We
you mean?
talking about the LA County RICOs that's been happening. Who exactly is serving
I'm saying
a
from
lengthy
th-
sentence
from
who's
this-
innocent?
Well, we haven't seen any convictions yet, so you know what I mean. We can't.
Based
say
on
that.
what you
There's no
saw,
convictions.
who did nothing and they just picked them up
They're
because
ba-
they're gangbangers?
They barely even like we still haven't even seen. We just saw Brick's indictment yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like
So who have you saw where they picked them up and they're completely innocent and they were just gangbangers? They did nothing.
in this instance, like it's like the fact that
You
right
shouldn't be
now,
struggling if you have examples.
well, Brick is a good example, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, sure.
I'll tell you why. Because his case has nothing to do with anything. The fact that they had to do a whole entire sting operation and try to use people that are public figures gaining popularity to use as leverage against them, hoping that they're going to cooperate with their investigation because they're really going after other specific people. You know what I mean? They're clearly going after Big U, right? That's what this is all about. This is about Big U. They're trying to take down Big U. And they're trying to get other people like Brick, who have momentum, who have motion, who are public figures, and try to get them wrapped up in some shit. And oh, you have this case from fucking before your career was even popping off in the media space, when you were like in a transitional period in your life. And we're gonna reactivate it now and attach it to this thing under the veil of it being like an operation because you're affiliated at some point in your life with a criminal organization.
Wait, Paul, you said before the media space?
Yeah, he wasn't really
Y'all built out Brick Baby
in 2023. That was like when he
was
just,
working here.
He had just started working here,
And that's the criminal
He wasn't
indictment.
even working here yet.
Yeah,
he
of
was
course.
just doing content here.
And that's
And
what
he
the
had-
indictment is, though, like the AK-47.
Right, I understand that. You know what I mean? But that was like
So what are you
before-
saying?
And he wasn't like, and Brick wasn't even like gaining that much traction at
Yeah.
that point yet.
No,
it was
listen.
after that.
Hey,
It
listen.
was after that. I know that he had already started like
Listen.
he had appeared a few times on No Jumper, But he wasn't like a regular star yet.
I'm hoping Brick is innocent, so which is why, right?
Sounds like it, huh?
Right? Again, I'm hoping Brick, which is why I don't even want to like discuss Bro case publicly because like he's our friend, right? Right?
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Right. So like but
Did you do a video about it?
like not on Brick specifically.
Okay.
No, but like again, but you reaching for Brick, like knowing that we probably won't even and argue that point because it's our friend. That shows, bro, that you really don't have an example of a time where you saw the police as of lately arrest somebody that did nothing, right? Because people are being accused of what? Robberies, guns, prostitution, human trafficking, extortion. These aren't people who the cops are saying you're only on this indictment because you're rolling 60s. That's because bro, it's a really, really, really huge gang, right? And the majority of people, listen, bro, they arrested like 20 people, and half of them ain't even affiliated with rolling 60s, right? So this is not something where like they're saying, yo, we're only arresting you because you're a gangbanger and you are a part of this. No, they're charging people with very specific crimes. So for you to say though that gang sweeps or gang indictments where they take people committing crimes from off the streets, that would harm the streets more than help it, I'm saying, hey, man, just maybe we've probably gone too far with being empathetic and like sort of like.
No, I just think it has to be done in a specific way where there's actual like reform in mind and people want to like see rehabilitation and it's not just a punitive thing and people like actually care about the growth and development of the community. You know what I mean?
So right now the options you have is keep them on the streets, right? Because again, just in general, right? When it comes to crime, when it comes to street dudes, your solution is, because the justice system and the prison system maybe have its flaws in terms of reforming people who commit crimes, keep them on the streets and let them commit crimes some more.
I mean, I get it. I understand.
Lush,
I know it's a difficult.
You are struggling with it.
I know
because in your heart, you know what the real answer is, but
I'm taking a really difficult stance, like
But you're catering to the
I'm taking a
gang
difficult
culture,
stance,
which is cool, but like
No, I'm not catering to the gang culture. I just know that it's not as black and white as you're making it, bro. Like it's not, and it's not as black and white as I'm portraying it either. But it's not quite as simple as like, oh, we should just arrest all these people doing wrong, and then that's just going to solve the problem. Just arrest now. Think about it later. Put more people in the system. Make it more difficult for them to procure employment. Make it more difficult for them to advance in society. Get an apartment. Get a loan. Right. Come on, bro. You're putting hindrances on people.
And the better option
for the rest of their, the better
option is don't hinder them. Just leave them on the street and have them commit crimes and kill people and extort them.
No. Neither,
right? Cool. Hey.
Neither are better options, but you understand it's
But you have to choose one, though. You either lock them up or keep them on the streets.
I'm going to lean to the side of empathy. I know you're going to rule with an iron fist. What's a better alternative? You know what? Maybe we should just take them and send them to the military, right? They want to kill each other. Put a fucking AK in their hand. Let them fucking blow up other countries.
But you're talking about...
What's a better solution?
I'm talking about the current system that we have to our utilization. Mm-hmm. You're talking about...
So the current system that we...
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, but which is as the justice system, as our private prisons are right now, as the public and private prisons are right now, you have an option to rather take the criminals off the streets and lock them up and have them do their time and hope they learn from their mistakes, or keep them on the streets and have them commit more crimes. What's your choice, Lush?
That's
what we have right now, Lush.
The purpose of the penal system as it exists today,
bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I let you.
We love criminals up here, man.
Hold on, I let you. Come on, bro. You're not gonna come on, bro. Let me cook, gang.
Okay,
come on.
Go ahead, go cook.
The purpose of the penal system, as it exists today, is retribution and deterrence, right?
Okay.
Is it serving either one of those purposes?
Some, right? again, bro, there's some private prisons who
Private prisons are disgusting by nature, and the fact that even exists as a concept
listen,
is so
there's a
fucking
Netflix
insane.
series.
There's tell me where we draw the line between privatized prisons and indentured servitude, bro.
No, hell.
That is the creepiest thing. The fact that exists. The fact that doesn't Michael Jordan own some or some shit, wild shit like that, bro. Like I don't know if it's. I don't want to put that on MJ while I'm wearing Jordans.
But that was a rumor though. No,
yeah, that was a rumor.
No, Lush, no, okay. But again, though, we're deviating a tad bit too far. But there is like a Netflix series where like there's like prisons who like it's a series where like these prisons are taking reform like more seriously, and they're bringing in people to sort of like help, right. So like there are examples to where depending on where you go,
and I'm with that.
But
like, and I've seen examples of like prisons. Where
but even if it's not like that though, even if we're saying right now, the current system, it is what it is. I'm saying it's a much better option to hold people accountable and have them serve their time, opposed to saying, "Hey, bro, we not touching no criminals because we have a flawed prison system." And I'm saying, if you believe that,
no,
Okay.
you're right. Like I said,
so the gang sweeps are helping more than they're hurting.
I preface this by saying I don't have a better solution. Before I said any of this shit,
but you also said that the sweeps are hurting more than they helping.
I mean, like I see a better way to say that, because like I know inherently that's not true. You know what I mean? In reality, but what I really
why say it then?
because it'd be a boring show if I didn't debate you.
Sure.
But beyond that,
you should be honest though.
No, but I'm good at fucking debating, just like you are. You feel me?
Sure.
But the point is really that I want to point out that there is collateral damage in these situations, and the families affected are more than people realize. Now, I understand the counterpoint, the obvious counterpoint being the families of the victims, and they were affected, and they want justice, as they should. So, like, I understand the counterpoints, but
it's not even that though. Like.
But this all started by you asking me, "Was I sad?" And I said, "Yes."
Okay.
You feel me? Like,
no. Hey, listen.
And does it suck? And am I sad that there's going to be more gang sweeps? Well, do I know a lot of gang members? Am I friends with them? Yeah.
Sure.
So, do I want to see people I know and their families negatively affected by some shit like this? Hell no.
Okay.
Now, I'm not in that life. That's not so I don't am I worried about getting any involvement or repercussions for that? Nah. But it does suck, man. The whole thing sucks.
Man, let's get into Yella Breezy, man.
All right, for Shosky.
So Yella Breezy was arrested for the murder of hire in the M03 case. Now, have you been tapped in since 2020?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. So now, okay. So like this case is crazy too, bro, because this is like the first case where I've seen like everything played out on social media, and we witnessed in real time like the escalation, man. Even from like Roy Lee, right, where Roy Lee befriended M03, and that was like M03 like best friend. Roy Lee was a famous Instagram comedian, very funny dude, very wholesome dude. Mm-hmm. And because he was riding with M03, he did an interview with like Real Life Production and other and Texas platforms where he went off on Beezy. Mm-hmm. Beezy seen him at a club. Beezy like tried to like sucker punch him. I guess he missed. His man's jumped like Roy Lee. Afterwards, Roy Lee took back to social media and said, "Hey, bro, I want to head up. No gangster shit. I just want to fade, bro. You feel me?" Like a month later, Roy Lee got shot. Now, he got shot, but he lived a little bit, but then he died from complications from being shot. And then in retaliation, like Beezy got ambushed on the highway by like multiple cars and shot, but then survived, right? And then in retaliation, M03 got shot and killed. So like we literally watched the evolution of this like take place, right? So now for the most part though, like I think I have videos in like 2021 where I'm breaking down why I think Yella Beezy is guilty and why he should be charged. But we thought this was going to be one of those, I guess, one of those stances, man, where we never find out who exactly put the hit on like M03. we thought that Beezy and his crew was tight-lipped enough to where, at least they wouldn't snitch. Because, bro, they did a whole lot of self-snitching online.
Did you
Yeah.
Did you see that interview that Adam did with Yella Beezy when he asked him about most
It
of these?
it was awkward.
Super awkward.
Which is kind of like, I'm sure, yeah, it was awkward, but like I'm sure he was expecting it, but also too, like I don't get like this phenomenon where dudes will go on social media and damn near say, I killed the person, I did it without saying they did it. For example, bro, after M03 passed away, bro, Beezy was doing like a cheers, like talking about, hey man, new year, new me, hey man, just put your enemies in the dirt this year. Bragging about it, damn near saying, yeah, bro, I didn't do it, wink, wink, right? Bro, Trap Boy Freddy dropped an entire song where Trap Boy Freddy is telling people, yeah, we did it. We put him in the dirt for dissing, all right? Yeah, bro, we grave diggers. We killed your favorite rapper. And then he drove by the scene where M03 died at with the signs all up in the music video.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't blame no platform for asking that because they damn near said it. But here's the thing, though. They thought that Keywan Dontrell right?
Ooh, big guns in the building.
You drinking liquor, man? Hey, man.
Full. My dog.
I see yesterday,
Dillinger Nim was cracking, boy.
I see. No, man.
My boy, man, was handing full.
I seen him yesterday.
Excited what you playing?
Yeah, remember?
Good, man. I'm lush.
Yeah, right.
Cracking with you, man.
Shout out, no jumping.
Man, we in the motherfucking building with it.
No, right, but so when you see this though, are you shocked that Beezy has been arrested since you've been like tapped in with the whole thing going on for the last 4 years?
I mean, like, I didn't really know all the details until I watched your video, which kind of broke down a lot of the
200,000 views in like 8 hours, man. We we doing our thing right now.
Dope video.
Yeah,
you feel me? I mainly just knew Mo. I was like a Mo3 fan. You feel me? Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was hard. You know what I mean? Like I like his melodic style. Like even though, like there's a lot of other rappers in that category, like the Rod Wave adjacent artists that I don't necessarily jack like that, but I do think Mo3 was hard and Yella Beezy.
I feel like sorry. So no, Mo3 and Rod Wave was crazy. No, Mo3 was a singing person, but he was like. Is weird. I don't think we've ever seen somebody like Mo3 before. I feel like the closest
wasn't
to
as
Mo3
depressing as Rod Wave.
Mo3 was fire.
Yeah, I feel like Chris Brown is the closest like the Mo3, whereas like it's
You're
like
fucking out of your mind, bro.
No,
say Chris Brown is like Mo3?
No, in terms of personality, meaning this, okay? It is a singing dude who will kill you. Like bro, Mo3 is, like, for example, Rod Wave will sing you to death. Mo3 was a literal like known shooter, known gangster, known like bro, fuck paying you. I'm picking up my own tool and putting in work. The last singing nigga that I know like that is Chris Brown.
That archetypes existed for quite some time because
who?
Yeah, what are you talking about? You forgetting about all types of niggas like
who?
On. How you gonna leave out my nigga that passed away? My nigga Nate Dogg.
I was gonna say Nate Dogg. That's literally
yeah.
Like literally.
No, true. Okay, no, true.
Literally was gonna
Nate Dogg been singing about clapping niggas for years.
No, true.
Facts. That's
true.
literally.
Yeah, Nate Dogg. Cool. Oh, okay, so cool. So Nate Dogg, Chris Brown, and Mo3 is the last dying breed, right?
Yeah, I mean, like there's
because who else? Like PNB Rock maybe was at some point like that.
I mean,
but I don't know.
I mean, Greedo. Like, we can give you.
But Greedo is a rapper though.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about just pure singer.
Well, Greedo like sing on a lot of his songs.
Yeah, but
like, like he be saying.
No,
that's crazy.
I know he sings, but Greedo is
Thugger.
To me,
Thugger sang.
Nah, he don't sing, bro. Like come on, bro.
He didn't sing on the Lil Baby album recently, but
did a lot of shit here. Nah, bro, that's screeching, my nigga.
Easy Breezy, Beautiful Thugger Girl album. He was singing the entire. Thugger Girl. Yeah. He was. Yeah. So such an amazing album.
Yeah, right.
It is by far
most iconic cover, right? Like probably like
upside down guitar.
Yeah.
Legendary.
What's the worst Young Thug album?
Wait. What's that one where like he had on the dress?
That one was
Jeff.
hard. That's Jeffrey.
That's Jeffrey.
That's Jeffrey. That's a great album. That's a great album.
Honestly, that Punk one.
My favorite Thug album is 1017 Thug. And
1017 Thug too is my favorite.
Songs like Shooting Star. Or
my
was
God,
it,
this is
The songs, the one with fucking
Water or liquor?
Two cup stuff,
Two Cup
Florida Water,
Yeah.
Nigeria, like
Nigeria.
that
Yeah.
fucking album is amazing, and that's how I heard. I guess I heard Pee Wee Longway on off the leash on Trap House.
Slime
3.
season 2.
You didn't hear,
by
you
Gucci
didn't
Mane.
hear Pee Wee Longway with Hoodish Pablo Juan?
Yeah,
Diamonds
I heard.
from-
I did.
Diamonds from Africa.
Diamonds from
Diamonds
Africa.
from
That was
Africa.
way later though.
Nah, that was 2013.
Yeah, no,
That was
I heard him.
before- that was
Trap
before-
House 3 with
That was before
Gucci.
Trap House 3.
Damn,
wasn't it?
really? Nah, I think Trap House 3 off the leash with him and Thug was before that. No, maybe right around maybe
The first time I heard-
maybe Diamonds from Africa was before that, but I definitely didn't hear Diamonds from Africa till after that.
The first time I heard Pee Wee Longway was on that purple mixtape, the lean one, that Gucci.
That
put
yeah,
out.
yeah.
He
When it was
all
like
over that
Lean,
tape.
Molly,
Yeah,
and they all
the
like,
lean one had mad Pee Wee Longway, and it had that Young Thug song, Ecstasy Pill.
yep.
That's one of the best
Pill.
songs ever.
Yeah, that song is insane.
So when did you first hear MPA Shitro, aka Brick Baby?
Oh,
Wait, boo.
shitty.
Not diverge though, like
yeah.
too far from the
Sorry,
actual.
I
Yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
these guys.
yeah.
The first day M03 died, all the comments said Yella Beezy did it. I'm
Yeah.
not snitching, but I just
Yeah.
comments said he did it. I don't know. They
That's
been
fair.
saying that. The
Yeah.
streets been figured it out.
The streets knew.
The comment
No.
section knew.
No, bro, there was like a literal like YouTube niche where like bro, like you know how like there's like the No Jumper universe. There was literally like a Mo3 like universe and on YouTube, and they called themselves the Mo3 universe. And bro, all they did was have debates on if like Yella Beezy is like if he a killer or not, and like when is he gonna get arrested. So we been told the police like Beezy did it. I don't know what like what took so long, but apparently though, like the killer like Kawan Dontrell Wright. Apparently, it took him four years to realize, nigga, that you's a dumb motherfucker if you about to go to jail for 100 years and protect Yella Beezy, who's a fucking multimillionaire who probably ain't gonna do shit for you once them curtains close, right? So he realized, yeah, I'm a stupid nigga, and now apparently, right?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, man.
Do you think?
All right, y'all be smooth, man.
All right, so peace out, man.
Yeah. I'll be out there in a couple minutes to say peace.
All right, player. Good to
Yes,
see
sir,
you,
man.
homie.
Asset Young.
All right, bro. We smooth,
Yeah.
gang.
Yes, sir. Peace out, man.
Hell yeah.
No, right? So apparently like what changes Kawan Dontrell Wright has finally said, hey, bruh,
So
I'm
basically,
snitching, right? So right, and like he testified at the grand jury.
is he like this?
He's
could be
now
bad-
telling.
This could be bad for him though. Like, how is this gonna play? out?
No, he took a plea deal.
Yeah, but then when he gets out, what happens?
What in like 20 years, nigga? Look, bro, Alpo got out, and like what happened to like Alpo?
What about his family or whatever? People come after like the family.
6ix9ine got out. What happened to 6ix9ine?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah, 6ix9ine was. I guess he played it pretty well.
How?
6ix9ine is like a best case scenario. I've never seen somebody fail upwardly like 6ix9ine does.
Bro, listen, yo.
Until recently.
If you do 20 years and come out, bruh, half the people who would have like slid for you is probably dead already.
Why would you? But why would you even like? I mean, he's a young guy, huh? So I guess when he gets out, he'll still.
He's
be,
like 27.
Yeah, so he'll still be less than 50 years old when he gets out.
Yo, listen, yo, bro, we've witnessed in real time, yo, bro, these YNs, yo, they don't care about nothing. Meaning, bro, like, yo, bro, listen, yo, just because you like the OG, bro, their allegiance to you don't exist.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
not.
at
Why would-
all.
of
Don't mean
course.
nothing.
Yeah, right. So hence, if I like tell on you and then come out when there's two different, bro, like the gang generation is what, 5 years, 10 years, what?
Yeah, 5 years.
So hence, I'm coming out when there's already 4 generations that
Yeah.
done passed you up and you ain't jail serving life. Them niggas don't care about you.
Yeah.
Man, listen, bro. So yeah, no, but he's finally testifying, man. Now, yo, at this point, bro, I just don't know why people is still doing this, man. Here,
Damn, bro. Like, no, like 1,000%. But really, like his 20 years is gonna be miserable. This
Who?
fool's gonna have a snitch jacket on him. You feel me? Like for 20 years, he's gonna have to be PC'd up for 20 years in fear of his life, essentially. And who knows what like jeopardy he's putting his family in. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it?
Here, no. So here's why I put the majority of the blame in on Yella Beezy. So Mo3 and Yella Beezy was booked at the same concert.
Mm-hmm.
And Mo3 said, yo, and there was a point where, yo, I could have went backstage and we could have just talked it out and shook hands and squashed it and let bygones be bygones, right? But Yella Beezy, apparently at the time he was hotter. I think he had the hit song. And he made sure like the concert promoters kicked out like M03 so he don't get to perform. Right? So at some point, man, if peace was on your table and you decline peace, then I feel like you deserve to be where you at, bro. Bro, these rap niggas is demons. And I feel like we sort of lose sight of how evil like the average rapper is, right?
No, it's literally like the way fools are moving now. It's awesome.
No, but they been
like,
evil though.
No, like you're right. It's literally been like it's Game of Thrones, but in real life.
Bro, listen, yo.
It's crazy. Fools are taking down empires, positioning themselves. Like there's murder, it's treason, it's crazy.
Yo.
There's never been a genre of music that's been associated with so much criminality, corruption, negativity in history.
No, bro. And we don't look at them with the vitriol that we should. Bro, we should hate these niggas. Bro, we should really hate the modern rapper. Think about it, bro. Think about a group of people who commit crimes, commit murders, rap about it, taunt the victims, make millions off of it, right? Put their homies at jeopardy, pay people off. These dudes are devils, bro. Even the worst killers, at least the killers who not rapping from the hood, at least them niggas ain't making millions to kill people.
The thing is, like,
these folks is making millions of dollars, bragging about it, laughing about it, and then they're hijacking a culture and imposing their will on people who not even of the.
What do you mean by hijacking the culture? Expand on that, please.
Sure. Hip hop or just rap in general or no, fuck it, black culture, right? Yo, black culture should not be a monolith. People who are not in the streets should not really be held obedient to quote unquote street culture, right? 6ix9ine went to jail, 6ix9ine got out. And because 6ix9ine told, you had playlist curators at Spotify and Apple Music who aren't from the streets, but they felt, again, like obligated to the quote unquote streets because the streets has imposed their will on culture, that 6ix9ine got blackballed from playlisting because he told. Why the fuck is 6ix9ine being blacklisted from?
No.
Absolutely, bro.
He was blacklisted from playlisting way before that because of his sex charges. He was. Yes, he was. Look it up.
Lush.
He was 100% blacklisted from playlists. And he was still doing crazy numbers.
Lush.
He was blacklisted from curated playlists, bro.
Lush,
because of his Lush. Around this, anybody that the same time they did it to XXX Tentacion. They did it to a bunch of artists that had charges that had to do with like women or whatever. Because remember when they said that X had beat his girl, whatever.
Lush. You are talking about a brief policy that Spotify tried to put in place. That people like Kendrick Lamar and others says, we not fucking with it.
Correct.
And that policy got taken out.
Correct.
I'm talking about there are curators and directors of specific playlists on Spotify and like Apple Music. These people are in charge and they're given these roles by Spotify and like Apple Music. When 6ix9ine got out of jail, ask academics, ask everybody who was involved at that time. Again, I'm just speaking facts.
Yeah, okay.
He was specifically targeted, right? Because he told and snitched, and this was discussions being had.
Because he was essentially a social pariah at that point.
And that's my point. Why the fuck do snitching make you a social pariah in fucking music when you niggas ain't from the streets?
Well, what 6ix9ine did wasn't exactly just snitching. This dude literally wasn't a gang member. Started using gang banging as his entire image.
Why do you, as a curator of a playlist, care about the street shit?
It's not about caring about the street shit. It's about looking at the overall profile of somebody. He deserved to be blackballed, low-key. He was like a terrible, he did a bunch of janky ass shit as a human being. You feel me? He moved. This fool was bragging about fucking putting hits on people, bragging about fucking fools trying to shoot Chief Keef and all that shit. Yeah.
Sure. And there's 100 different rappers, 1,000 different rappers where I can point out lyrics to you in IG lives and interviews where they done said worse, my boy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But somehow them niggas ain't black. Well, you know why? Because it wasn't about him putting hits on people, him living the street life. It was about him snitching and curators and directors blackballed. Why? Because the streets imposed themselves and their will on the culture. And I'm saying at some point we got to start looking at these niggas like the devils they are. Bro, you kill people, rap about it, and profit from it. You are a demon.
But what type of music do you listen to?
Huh?
What artists do you listen to?
Like a vast majority.
No, I mean exactly, but like
A vast.
most of the music you listen to is ignorant rap music. You don't listen to like
No.
Oh, so you be slapping like
Like
you
that's
be
the
slapping
most.
like J. Cole. You be listening to like
Country Roads.
yeah. You
That's
listen
the
to
most.
you listen to like Makami. You listen to Corday.
Blade?
You listen to
Yeah.
You listen to artists like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Again, though.
you be
I
slapping.
listen to
You be slapping
some-
Logic.
No, hey, listen though. I listen to some like hard killer shit, but I'm listening while recognizing these people are evil and they're the devil. I would never try to come on here and like romanticize these people. These niggas are evil, but for some reason, when we look at somebody, for example, right, like
I fuck with that. I do fuck with that.
right, we look at Yella Beezy and we don't automatically think, oh, piece of shit.
You
right?
know, I get.
We think, oh, rap nigga arrested. Oh, man, listen, man. Oh, damn, bro, free Beezy, man.
I only care about people when I like their music.
You only care about them when you like their music.
Yeah, if I like don't like their
I
music.
don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's the problem with me, and I allow like my just fandom and liking and just admiration of specific artists. It might cloud my judgment when looking at them as people. Like I might let things get forgiven that I shouldn't. And at the same, and I recognize that, and it's a flaw because really we need to separate the music from the man. I agree with you 1,000%. You could be a fan of rap music and not fuck with these artists. You know
Oh
what
yeah, I
I'm saying?
need that.
Like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
you could be a fan of rap music and not fuck with these artists as people. You know what I mean? We could admonish what they do as human beings and not necessarily fuck with the and not necessarily still. And not necessarily hate on their music. We can still like their music regardless of if they're
Okay.
doing things that are wrong.
Wait. Okay. So then, how do you feel like the culture should deal, with the rappers like this who we clearly identify as horrible human beings?
No, I mean, like, I guess it's a personal thing. Like, where do you draw the line?
No,
Like,
no, I'm not saying you.
I'm
How
not
should we-
saying
yeah,
you.
Okay, go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm saying it's a personal thing.
Okay.
Like, me personally, I try to cut R. Kelly out of my diet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking with you no more.
Have you
Like,
cut
yeah.
King Von out your diet?
No.
Okay.
And I guess it is hypocritical, but I don't know. I don't know. King Von is out there like he's smoking people that were also a part of the same lifestyle as him. You know, King Von wasn't killing innocent people, was he?
Yes. The one murder that King Von actually got arrested for that somehow all the witnesses passed away and died from was King Von and somebody and Big Mike. I think they shot up a party and an innocent person died.
He doesn't claim that as a hat. That's not like a king. It's specific.
But
And
Big
he
Mike
beat the
was
case.
there. But Big Mike was literally there and said, "Yeah, we did it, right?" But again, all the witnesses passed away, and King Von got.
I'm just saying, like,
And King
what,
Von got-
they
when
say
King
King
Von-
Von has like 9 or 11 hats, right? 9 hats, right?
And that was one of the hats. And King Von got out of jail and rapped about how they tried to get him for murder, but all the witnesses died, and he did it.
I mean, shit. Like, I like King
man.
Von's music.
Yeah, the song's still good. Yeah, song's good. I'm gonna still listen to it. You know, it sucks for the victims, but at the same time, like, I'm gonna entertain myself.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
no. Look,
as long as we live for our choices, right?
every point you're making
Yeah.
is like I understand, but and I understand that when you really break it down intellectually, it's hard to get behind and defend things that are just so inherently bad. But I don't wish incarceration on people. I don't know. I don't individually.
Nah, him.
But it's-
No. Him.
Yella Beezy.
I'm crediting him like for the death of like Roy Lee and M03, bro. Like I hope he do like super life. You feel me?
I'm
But-
not out there like it's still
Yeah. What's next, Josh?
still free the guys, but yeah.
Yeah, Les, you can pick. Like, which one you want to get into?
All right. Should we you this. Tariq Nasheed said the gang members who come on these podcasts
Yeah, sure.
doing shock jock stuff are paid informants.
Sure. And this was him talking about like the no jumper shit too, by the way. So
All right. Let's see what he got to say.
Because see, a lot of these informants are getting on these podcasts, and a lot of these informants are trying to do the whole shock jock thing. And a lot of these dudes are working with them people, and that whole shock jock gangster shit, that's a new tactic to get cats hemmed up. Because what they do, they get these informants to instigate online beefs. Why? Because see, the internet, that provides a real easy trap for self-snitching. You know, they know that social media that made it made people talk reckless. So informants can bait people into making threats, admissions, or engaging in illegal activity online. Watch these folks who are always instigating beefs. Watch these people, just random beefs, people who instigate these beefs. I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying. And this is why certain people got to play past that. Because see, RICO cases, that requires patterns.
All right. Is that the
A
main
RICO
part?
case provides.
sure.
Okay.
Now I think he's 100% correct.
So you're saying that platforms like, because who's he talking about basically? No Jumper, Vlad.
I
Is he
think
talking about Ack?
I think we've personally done multiple interviews with agents of chaoses and government informants. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, so I thought he was saying that the quote unquote shock jocks, aka this platform.
No.
So he's not referring to us.
No,
Like
no.
being
Sorry.
federal informants. He's
No.
saying federal informants are the guests that have come through here.
Well, sorry, right? So like this is out of context. So like he was talking about like the no jumper, but he was talking about like the people who come on like the platforms, either the host or the people who we are like interviewing, right? Like the guests who's come.
Well, isn't like Charleston White a shock jock?
Yeah, but him and Charleston White is cool. Like he's talking about like more so like the gangsters who present themselves as thorough dudes, but then you see the interviews and their entire interview is calling out other people, antagonizing, instigating, trying to really get like reactions from other people. And he's saying that those people that we bring on, are informants. And I'm saying, do you believe that you have interviewed a few undercover informants?
I don't know. I mean, like, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Oh,
but
I have a few.
can you name
Start
them?
name dropping them right now.
I don't want to say.
Why would you say that?
If they are a government informant, like why would I like try to get involved with that?
Because you're not a criminal. You're damn near like you're pretty much
Shit.
you're damn near a government informant yourself.
Yeah, are
like,
you trying out for the team?
yeah, like,
Huh?
you're pretty much the feds. Like you're the
Hell no.
you're the feds homie. You're like you're my homie, but you're still the feds. Like
No. Okay, cool. So now that people is now I guess taking notice, right? Do you feel like there's an onus now on like us having to be more careful with who we look at to bring in?
I mean, I think as long as we have a conversation with everybody, which I already do, everybody that I've ever interviewed,
Yeah.
I always am like, look, you know what I mean? Like, this is what's going on. Don't say anything incriminating. On my specific platform,
Yeah.
like when I've interviewed people on Lush World or when we had Mad Deep podcast, like for example, like when Lefty Gunplay, the first Lefty Gunplay podcast that we did was we recorded, it was 3 hours long. And this fool was like fresh out and was super turned up and getting in all kinds of shit. And we edited that interview down to like an hour and 20 minutes because he said so much crazy shit that was potentially incriminating and stuff.
Okay,
like,
got you.
I don't.
And he requested y'all like
No, I told him beforehand, like, look, like, you know what I mean?
No, did he request that y'all like edit out the parts that he
No,
was
I told
for
them beforehand, like, I don't like I'd rather just have a no holds barred interview.
Yeah.
And just I want you to feel comfortable.
So
you know
then
what I mean?
afterwards, did you go on your own thing and say, you know what? Yeah, he said this. Okay, we cut it out. Or did they say, hey, cut this part out?
Well, we sent it to him raw,
Yeah.
and then and I was like, timestamps, like shoot me timestamps.
And they told you to cut it out there.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot different, bro, than right? Because again, if they ain't tell you, you would have been comfortable putting that shit out.
Most likely, yes. You feel me? Like most likely, yes. I would. It was amazing. Look, the stuff that we edited out, which by the way is destroyed and erased from all hard drives.
Oh, really?
It will never come out. You feel me?
Okay.
Like that shit right there, like was gold, and would have got millions of views. But it potentially could have. Who knows? Like it was stuff that they thought was better to not be out.
Okay, look, question for you then, right? So when you see like the complaints of contributing to the antagonizing, right? You know, and contributing to like harmful narratives being instilled into the culture, do you now say, because again, I'm guilty of it too, right? At times I've done interviews where, hey, bro, I think of you as a grown man to where I don't listen, bro. I'm asking the questions that the people that the folks want to hear. Is up to you to not incriminate yourself and not to say things that's gonna get you caught up. But at what point do we say, yeah, like, you know, like it's their job to hold themselves accountable, but it should also be our job not to go into an interview knowing, oh yeah, I'm about to ask some spicy questions, you know, to like get them right. So at what point do we say, yeah, we shouldn't put people in positions where they have to be super witty and super smart and on their feet to dodge these questions?
I honestly believe at the end of the day, it's on the individual. It's really not on the media. I believe in like the media. I believe in freedom of speech. Sure. And these people that come on, it's on them.
But do you have to write down all the incriminating questions before like an interview and say, hey, bro, you got to answer these questions the right way, bro?
No, but you don't have to answer the questions. All you have to do is and you don't have to be even awkward like Yella Beezy was and make it obvious that there is some. Okay. All you have to do is say like next question. That's it.
Put them in, okay.
All you have to say is next question.
But why put them in positions when you know these questions are like incriminating? Like you know these questions
because it's not necessarily
are nasty.
It's not our job to protect their interests. Now, like, do I like as far as it inciting more negativity and like, hey, like, what do you think of this fool? Is he a bitch? Da 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 da. I agree with you there. You know what I mean? We might want to dial that back a bit because I don't think that's we've seen how that plays out.
Or hey, bro, I seen online that like they're saying that you shot up like this part. Is this true? It's kind of like, I mean, like what you expect them to say?
I mean, like all I have to be like, I'd be like, hell no, that's not true. What are you talking about?
But why even ask it though?
But I mean, like, that's. But so what's our job? What is our job?
Yeah. But okay, it depends on who you're interviewing. For example, if you're interviewing an artist, now again, I'm not saying that I'm void of this because you know I've done it. Right now, I'm gonna be better in the future, but I've done it before. Where if you're interviewing an artist, talk about the music. If you're interviewing a comedian, talk about their interests, their comedy skits. If you're interviewing a political pundit like Ben Shapiro or like Candace Owens, talk about politics. But it feels like with hip hop, when we're interviewing artists, we purposely, not just us here, but like hip hop media, we purposely write down the most like foul, spiciest, incendiary comments and questions, and we go into this knowing that this is a question that's gonna put this person in a tough spot. Meaning, you answer it and go to jail, or you find a creative way to think on your feet and not get caught up in my trap. I'm saying, why not just like refuse to lay out the trap in the first place?
I don't know. We could do that. We could do that.
So why don't we?
Because ultimately, it's
you want the clicks.
Well, no.
Entertain people.
Ultimately, if we don't talk about it, people are still going to talk about it, and we're being irresponsible by not addressing.
Entertain people at the expense of folks going to jail.
It's more than entertaining people too, though. It's like we have a responsibility.
We're not here for their interests. Like, what the hell? How is that my fault that you went and did this, and I'm asking you about it, and you answered on camera? It's not my fault that you chose to speak on this.
No. But these aren't things though. Hey, okay. For example,
look at Pee Wee Longway when he was on Vlad that one time.
If it was an
how-
actual court
why,
case,
why couldn't all rappers just be like that?
no. Look, if it was an actual court case, right? Yeah, sure. But if you're asking about rumors that's in the air of, hey, bruh, did you shoot this person? Did you rob this person? Hey, bro, and that rapper got shot at that party, got robbed, and and we heard that it was your folks. Asking those questions is essentially us saying, I'm laying out a trap that could lead to you going to jail for a very long time. But hey, bro, the fans got to be entertained, bro. If you going to jail for fan entertainment, man, hey, bro, that's okay. And I'm saying at some point we got to hold ourselves accountable, including myself, because I have done it before, and I'm and I'm wrong for that. But at what point do we say?
I mean, I don't ask.
That's wrong.
I don't ask federal questions. Look at all my
Okay,
interviews.
come on, bro.
Look at my interviews,
Man,
bro.
man, come on, bro. You like buying this?
You've asked some federal questions.
Not super.
Not super federal.
Like I'm
but
not like compared to like most.
other. Yeah.
Like I'm probably the least federal like host on No Jumper. Damn near.
That's bullshit, man.
One of the least. And Suspect's probably the least. Like you don't even won't even touch certain questions.
Who?
But Suspect, like when he's interviewing people. But I don't know. I feel like, but what's a super federal question of mine that you could even think of, like, or interview of mine? Like,
I'll be real.
I really don't. Because that's what I'm saying. I don't beyond that. Like, and
No,
I don't, and I
Well, you're
never.
defending that though.
No, I'm defending. Yeah, I'm defending people's like media platforms' right to ask questions. I think that people
You have a right to say again. You have a right to say whatever you want to say.
I think.
But you
And
probably
have the
shouldn't.
option to choose what you want to answer with.
I think us.
But why
I
lay out
think
the
us.
trap and say don't run into it? Like, why not
Us
just-
glorifying and incentivizing murder and criminology is fucked up, and we definitely need to alter the way we do that to a degree. There shouldn't be a fucking scoreboard that says like the guy's 17, the ops 4, whatever. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like we can't glorify things to that degree when we're talking about
Yeah.
teenage murder and fucking black on black crime and genocide.
But-
You know what I'm saying?
no,
like
true.
attempted genocide. Like,
No, but here's where
that's some
like
scandalous ass shit.
no facts. No, but here's where like the disconnect is, right? Because I hear Gunner saying, "Hey, listen, man, don't answer the question." No, true. But if the goal, right, is for them to avoid the trap and not run into the trap, then wouldn't the easier like process be not to lay out the trap? If you don't want them to run into the trap, if you don't want them to get caught up and incriminate themselves, then you're asking the questions. Why? So like they can avoid it? Then just don't ask the question, period.
Again-
If you're hoping they avoid it.
Again, like I personally would never want somebody to get in trouble because of an interview that I did or something that I said on camera.
So then why even
I don't do that though, so I can't.
Unless
Really,
that's cap, man. You've asked certain questions in interviews before, man.
I mean, not really though. Like, not really, dude. I don't be doing that shit, bro. Like, I don't because like,
Okay.
there's just certain things I won't touch. Like, if it's something that already happened,
Yeah.
I'll speak on it. Will I give an opinion on it? Sure. You feel me? Like,
Okay,
but-
look, here's a more like cheerful and topic. So we finally got more context to the Benzino clip. So apparently the clip was about Lush.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
were
like
we
the
right or what?
podcaster told Benzino that he ruined the integrity of the source.
Right. So I mean, like,
so do you believe Benzino ruined the integrity of the source? Now, like
yeah,
again,
yeah, for sure he did.
okay, why?
Because he, first of all, he devalued the mic system, which was the
And they
number,
brought that up as well.
which was the number one metric for artistic excellence in hip hop. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like,
Okay,
there's nothing more coveted than
So how
5
did he-
mics.
devalue it.
By taking his personal grudges against individuals and giving them bad reviews and giving them less mics than they deserved, and giving his albums or albums that he was pushing more mics than they deserved, and people blatantly knew it. Like his album getting 4.5 fucking mics when it was a weed plate, and then you had
Remember that time though?
then
Sorry, go
Eminem's
ahead.
album getting 2.5 mics, for example, and
Yeah.
then people said that it was a compromised system and the mics were for sale, and then people that were buying
Sure.
advertisements were getting more mics. So
Sure.
yeah, that completely shattered the integrity. The whole
And two, and like, you missed one. where he gave himself the verse of the month for the Eminem.
Oh yeah,
diss track.
hip hop quotable. Yeah. And that was another thing. Hip hop quotable was another, like, if you had rhyme of the month, hip hop quotable in the source,
Yeah.
you were a fucking joint. I remember when Juicy,
Yeah.
I remember when Redman's verse from How High got verse of the year. I think it was 1994 or 90. I think it was 94. So it was the verse of the years, 94 or 95. I forget which one. But like, and I remember like reading that shit, how coveted that was. When he put his fucking verse as, bro, he had a comic book about him saving hip hop from the evil empire, and Eminem was like fucking Lex Luthor. Bro, it was insane.
That was
the lengths he
crazy.
went to, like, but so before the way they said it, how he fumbled. No, I don't believe that he fumbled. Did he ruin the integrity of the source? Abso-fucking-lutely. Would I probably find a way to ask that question in a more like slick way?
But is that harsh though? Like to bring that up during like an interview, pretty much say
if you say it like that, you're like some fucking like old white guy. I don't even know. Bro might be joining up.
he's
so,
49.
Huh?
He's an old white guy from
Yeah,
like Boston. Yeah.
Okay, I can tell. But I'm
Okay.
saying like he might be important to the culture somehow. I didn't recognize, bro.
Benzino told him, "You haven't done shit."
Yeah, I don't know who
So
this
I don't
guy
know.
is.
Yeah.
He might be around. I know Benzino's from Boston and they're around the same age, so maybe who know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But okay, like
Benzino probably what, 50?
because like so like
no, so no,
Benzino,
like, that guy has no right to be like, you ruined the how do Boston? Hey, you parked the car, you ruined the integrity of the sauce.
Benzino's defense was, bro.
Was that a bad accent?
no, right. Like his defense was,
Remind me of that video where the guy's playing fucking an instrument outside and the short little guy's like, "You're ruining the sanctity of music."
no, the fuck. Hey, no, but his defense
real.
was like he felt like, yo, if you include integrity into business, you are going broke. And
Bro,
he said,
what?
Yeah.
He fucked up his own business. You know what? Damn, Benzino, you did fumble, gang. But look, everybody fumbles. It's just like a harsh way to say, but he definitely had the bag,
Yeah.
and he definitely lost it. But he still, what he did, hats off. You feel me? Props.
No,
But-
though. And he didn't lose the bag. He spent the bag.
Yeah, he spent the bag, but here's the thing, like there is so much going on. Like he could have, like you said yesterday, he could have oscillated and potentially be where like DJ Vlad is right now. He could be in that position. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but seeing like the temperament of Benzino right now, it'll be incredibly tough to imagine Benzino not as a crash out.
That one song was fire that Benzino had though. That
What?
what was it called? Drink Bacardi to the after party.
Yeah. No, bro. And I love Benzino because he's like, bro. I love him because he's so honest, bro. Like he said, and he said, bro, it was my company, and I could have done like what the fuck I want to do with it.
No,
And he
I
also
get that.
said,
I get that.
right, and like he like also said, bro, like the source was being ran off of like the label funding, right? That we were in business with, like, right? So
Like I said, you could buy the label,
well,
the mics.
that too, but
That's
like
essentially what they were doing.
sorry, right?
They were in bed with the labels, and
Is he like didn't say buy, but he said, bro,
because that's what first affected them when they started losing advertisement, right?
right? Because
I watched all the Dave Mays interviews and all that shit.
yeah, right. And he said, bro, if they're paying us to look, if they're giving us advertisement, and this is like a label who's giving us, let's say like 20% of our revenue, and then we give like 5 of like their artists one mic. Well,
the lowest, I never saw anyone get less than 2.5.
Yeah, sure, right? No, sure.
That's like 2.5. You're fucking just stop rapping,
yeah,
pack it up.
no, sure, right? But like if we give like their artist that, like 2.5 mics, and even though they're not paying us directly for mic ratings, they're paying us, as sponsors and ads, then then again we will fuck up like the bag because we're giving their artists 2.5 mics, right?
And it's so funny because there were independent releases that would occasionally get reviewed in the source. And the source had their own page for independent artists in the source.
Yeah.
There's a whole section called Independence Day. That was like where a lot of the dope shit was at. But they also would sometimes review like underground albums. I remember Del the Funky Homo Sapien, both sides of the brain, and AC alone, all balls don't bounce. Both got 2.5 mics in the source because they didn't have major label funding. And those are both like high level artistic achievement moments in hip hop. You feel me? Like that, if anything, are like 5 mic, 4.5 mic albums in reality. But the source is fucking, it's crazy how much money was a factor and how much money, and also mainstream sensibilities. Cause it's like, when you were talking earlier about, like, we got to stop like asking federal questions. We got to stop glorifying this and that. Yo, why are we pushing the line for only that type of rap?
No, listen.
There's a lot of other rap out there.
No, sure.
There's a lot of other hip hop out there.
No, sure.
Like
but
them kids that were sitting over here, they make completely different shit. That shit is dope. You feel me? Like,
no, sure.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what No Jumper got cracking as.
Right? Because, you know, like, you probably won't interview like those people because you have to talk about like only music.
But that's the thing.
Wait, those guys that were just here?
No.
Oh.
But not them, like just in general, right? Like, you probably won't interview like the people where you are forced to talk about just music with.
Well, I mean, but there's other things besides like crimes they've committed that can be talked about that are interesting.
No,
and
sure.
People watch podcasts for other things too.
No, well, no, sure, but the platforms that have built like their audience and cultivated like their audience surrounding street culture, like, bro, you're now stuck with that audience, right? Like you have to now like live and die by what they want, because now guess what? You start talking about like knowledge, you know like just the music, bro. They go, man, bro, they from turning off.
And that's where it becomes complicated. It's true. You're right.
And that's why you now have to choose between just retiring or you got to give them what they want, man.
I feel like, okay, look at your big bro, Ack, right?
Okay.
The biggest shouts to Ack, right?
And Ack has developed his content past that now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He really has. Like, Ack's able to talk about
hip
hop, whatever's going on, bro.
Listen, right? No, and like,
and doesn't he still does numbers when he talks about, like, when did he do more numbers than when he was talking about Kendrick versus Drake? He was like, 25,000 live viewers.
No, but Ack's like fan base was cultivated surrounding his personality, and they really wasn't like loyal to the street shit. Meaning this, okay? Like, yeah, right. Look, like they loved when Ack talked about it, but I could talk about, I don't know, like how like all men are cucks. You feel me? And the fans was like still watch that too because they come for Ack. But like here, okay, for example, right? There's oh my god, man, there's a platform called DJU, right? Where like they're not coming for DJU, they're coming for the fuck shit.
Right.
And when
are they coming for World Star?
Huh?
Are they coming for World Star?
But like World Star is different because World Star never had like a lead personality as like, yo, this is like the guy and he's doing all the interviews and shit like that. They never had that.
Don't you think, like, when we were talking about World Star yesterday and shit like that, and the way don't you think that all those companies are kind of like really struggling right now, and like a lot of people losing their jobs, like all those websites, bro? Like, I feel like it's because, I think, aren't we moving into just the, like you said, personality era where it's just individuals?
No, true, but there are still platforms where the fan base is street shit, and the fan, bro, listen,
like No Jumper.
Nah, because we like started off on some like BMX shit,
right?
And then we do some like the comedian shit, the Destiny shit, the Tariq shit, right? So like at some point, I felt like we did somewhat of a good job at mixing in the non-street audience to where like there's still a portion of the audience that have a thirst to hear, conscious stuff, conscious stuff and knowledge, and and the underground and right, and the music shit. But there is like probably like 40%, 30%, probably half where if it's not on some gangbanging shit, they don't care for it. feel me?
Dude, I was just thinking about when you had a show with Baba Lamb over here.
Huh?
When you had the show with Baba Lamb over here.
Oh yeah, right.
That was like, yeah, like we go in a lot of different directions. You feel me?
And that was for music,
Yeah, 100%.
but but like, what happened? You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Damn for music, man. Oh wait, what's on here? Josh is going, but let's just find this topic. Like 1 second. Let me
Well, right here, look. You
go
just-
to my screen. All right, perfect. Ooh, okay. Wait, let's go to this. Kanye West.
You don't want to? Are we not talking about Brick or what?
No. Like last probably.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
come
cool.
on, man. Look, right.
We'll
What-
talk
no,
about
like-
Brick later.
Like, can we
At the
click on
end.
it? I'm gonna.
Huh?
Can we click on it?
Oh man, so now.
The Kanye West topic. Yeah, right there. So, Lush, Kanye West named his 12 rap kings, which is essentially the top 12 of all time. Bro, I really hate like this title.
Himself on it. That's hilarious.
Himself.
He put himself on the list.
I mean, is he not on the list? So here is his top 12 rappers of all time, okay? So again, it's in no order. Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Drake, Biggie, Tupac, 50 Cent, Eminem, LL Cool J, Run DMC, Nas, Rakim, Kanye.
I mean, there's like,
what would you change about this list?
I mean, like if that's his personal like.
No,
goal
he's saying this is the 12th all-time list.
You want to know what I would change? All right, we need to add net spend on there and Playboy Cardi.
Bro, please don't troll,
and,
man. Have a real conversation about
for
this.
sure net spend.
I
would you
think
change?
first of all, I think Kanye wants to suck his own dick by saying himself.
What pause? Kanye West ain't top 12 of all time? Like Kanye West?
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like you can't call yourself the GOAT. Anyone who's goated is not calling himself the
No,
GOAT.
but no, wait though. Like he ain't saying he's the GOAT. He's saying, yo, yeah, bro. Like I'm top 12 of like all time.
Yeah, so,
I mean,
he's calling himself the GOAT, essentially.
No, no. He's one of the top 12.
He's one of the GOATs.
GOAT is no. You are the GOAT. I mean, like, bro, right? Listen, no. Again, I don't care. Listen, like, I've heard people have like the GOAT discussions, and they always include like 5 GOATs. No, GOAT to me is like you're the GOAT. Now to me,
Okay, well, he's calling himself one of the greats, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and he's not lying though.
Okay. You can't call yourself a great. I feel like anyone with greatness is not calling himself great.
But everybody has Kanye West as one of the greats.
On some
He's
like,
the only person who like we say have like 4. Like
You
4,
just can't put yourself on the list. You can
bro,
put him on the
he,
list.
he just literally made this list to piss off Kendrick, bro.
Wait,
Yeah.
pause. Why would
But-
wait, pause real quick. Why would Kendrick have anything to do with this list?
Because it says Drake as the third one.
No, is in no order. Like he
No, I
just
know, but what
I
I'm
mean-
saying is that Drake's on the list.
wait. Listen, bro.
He made a list and put
I feel like this
he
beef, bro, has sort of
made
like
a list and put 11 undeniable names on there that are all-time greats. The fact he kind of cheated by using Run DMC because that's technically 2
3.
guys. Like,
Yo.
well, one of them's a DJ. but
Well,
yeah,
hey,
yeah. 2
he's
M,
still
yeah.
a part. Hey,
Yeah, sure.
shout out to Jam Master J. man.
R.I.P. Jam Master
Right?
J.
Okay.
You feel me?
yo, bro,
So yeah, technically you're sneaking in 3 guys. Pause.
bro. But I feel like
But like all the other names on that list, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was a great troll.
Yo, bro.
WA
bro, listen,
amongst
bro.
a sea of L's. Yeah.
Bro, listen, bro. Like this conversation right here, bro, is why people hate on like the West Coast a lot, bro. Cause, bro, nobody was ever discussing like Kendrick Lamar as no top 10, top 12 rappers.
I mean
but
that's
somehow like you West Coast niggas think that
no,
bro, this beef. Listen, bro. Like this beef, bro, has severely like made like a lot of y'all like mentally ill.
No.
Nobody was ever discussing Kendrick Lamar as no top 10, top
All right,
12
bro. I
rapper
don't think you
ever,
listen to
nigga.
Section 80 then, bro.
So
Yeah,
right,
Yeah.
they didn't
So
even know
him-
what
you
Section
guys
80
didn't know
was.
Section
how
80.
They didn't
the
even know what
fuck
it was.
is a
Good
top
Kid, Mad
12
City?
list
All right, bro.
a spike to Kendrick Lamar
Alright.
when he was never in the history of the world ever considered top 10,
that's
top
not
12?
true. That's not a regional thing, bro.
Who ever considered Kendrick Lamar top 10?
But that's not even why he made the list. A lot of people consider Kendrick top 10, dude. Like that's not.
Bro, nobody.
That's
bro,
not.
listen, bro.
You're
only
not
West
you're not
Coast
giving
niggas,
it.
bro. Is this
That's not
beef-
true, bro.
Yo, this is why
you're not. You're not.
hip-hop
You're not.
experts
You're
for
not
currently in
making.
right now, bro.
You're not making some like some earth-shattering, nuanced take right here, bro.
He was never, bro.
That-
Listen,
he was
bro.
in a part of the conversation.
before
Bro.
all of this not between Drake,
no,
Kendrick,
right
Cole.
now this
The big
era,
three.
No, Cole,
the big
no,
three.
Cole, Drake, and Kendrick was of this era. But nobody in their right mind ever in the history of Earth considered Kendrick Lamar a top 10 rapper. Like,
I mean,
bro,
that's not true, bro. He's in a lot of people's.
Oh, bro, this
You-
why we,
bro,
bro, this why
you know-
people hate the West Coast.
No,
bro.
no. You just
This shit is
bro,
out of control and it's
you're
frustrating, bro.
doing
Must you
10
niggas
much,
always
bro.
be like
You're
this,
doing,
bro?
No, you're doing.
Must you niggas like operate like this, bro?
You're
I
doing
want
a
you
lot.
to go
though.
home, put your
You must
jammies
just
on.
lie.
I want you to
It's
go
not-
home and put your jammies
Listen.
on and play Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay, man.
All right.
No, look, but
Bro,
like
we're
that's
just lying
But that's
at
not the
this point, bro.
I'm not even saying if I have Kendrick. I personally believe Kendrick probably is like a top 20 of all time MC.
He's never been top 12, top 10. So
But, I mean,
how come this list right here,
But
y'all
there's,
saying?
but look, there's a lot of it. He doesn't have Big Daddy Kane. He doesn't have Cool G Rap. He doesn't have Slick Rick. There's a lot of names that are arguably on that list that he doesn't have there. You feel me? That are, in my opinion, undeniable. And then there's a lot of people that he doesn't have on the list. Jadakiss, Ice Cube.
Why would Jadakiss be considered a top 10 rapper of all time?
Jadakiss is a top 30 rapper of all time. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
we're talking about the top 12.
yeah. He's not top, but there's a lot of other names. All the other names I said could easily be considered. Run DMC are not top 10 rappers of all time.
No,
They're not. That's not what his
So-
list is. That's not what he said. This is the Kings. Like, Kendrick was never king, maybe king of the West Coast, but never king of the world. He never was. So he's saying this is the Kings of rap.
Yeah.
That's his list.
These are the 12 kings of rap.
So Run DMC, they're not top 10 MCs, but they are kings of rap
No,
because
we're
of
not
what.
saying MCs.
Bro, you don't let me finish a sentence.
No,
I
but,
love you,
no,
dog,
but,
but
no,
Jesus.
no, bro, Lush, it's the wrong conversation. Bro, he never said MCs, right? Again, we're talking about just
Kings of rap.
Just
Kings of
again-
rap then.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Kings of rap. Exactly. Like what their contribution was puts them in that category. You could say they're kings of rap. But he clearly, considering the back and forth and the dialogue he's had about Kendrick, it's very timely that he would say this and post this. And when how's he been referring to Drake recently? He's been calling him the F slur, has he not?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's been literally using the F slur as fucking Drake's name. You feel me?
Sure.
So now, clearly, this is a fuck Kendrick post. When Kendrick is being lauded on a high plateau for his lyrical excellence and his amazing, and people are putting him in that conversation when more people that were previously not have him in that convo now. And guess what? Ye makes this post.
I feel like, man, when y'all ask, why do people hate us, man? It's because of conversation like this, bro. Like,
Not
people
really.
look-
No one's like, but no
Bro,
one's like,
bro,
I've
bro,
never
folks
asked
detest
why.
no one's
this
dick.
narrative,
No
man.
one's dick. Yeah, I never asked why.
Yeah.
I understand why.
Yeah.
But I also don't. No one's dick riding Kendrick in this combo.
Bro, y'all are saying that him making a top 12 list and not including Kendrick Lamar is a diss. Nigga, you was
At
never
the top
part
of
of
the
this.
tweet, it
Coming
says
fr-
Kendrick was never king.
Yeah, it literally.
At the literal top of the
Yeah.
fucking tweet.
Is
Yeah.
that a diss?
Oh my god.
I mean, if you don't see how, yeah, it's a diss. It's a
If
diss.
I say, wait.
He could have just made a top 12 list, and
These
then
are the kings of rap.
yeah, that's
These
yeah.
are the kings of rap.
My top 12 or my
And he
kings
could
of
have
rap.
left Kendrick out of that.
Yeah.
But instead he
No.
said, hey,
That
Kendrick,
you would
you
have.
were never shit.
No,
You would have. Hey,
no, he didn't say
Flacco,
that.
I got to be honest, my guy.
What?
Just you would have more of a leg to stand on
What?
if he didn't mention if the first word in this
Who's
tweet.
LL?
But
LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's not a
no,
diss
dude.
though.
But
King of rap?
LL Cool J is a rap king. Back in the day, he was the net spend of his time.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? Like,
It's
like
listen, man.
but he really was. He was that guy.
It's not a diss to call Kendrick Lamar the king of the West Coast, but saying, "Hey, fans, can we please relax with the, with the king talk, because this nigga has never been king of anything, right? Especially
Well, he definitely had the best 2025 or 2024. Wouldn't you agree?
Kendrick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had the best 2024. right?
100%.
You're not gonna give him that.
I'll be real, and even that is through it's just symbolic. But
Lucien Grange.
No.
Grease the wheels.
No. Sorry, when I say best 2024, even that statement itself is symbolic. But if you look at the numbers, he ain't have the best 2024, bro.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
But though, because he impacted the culture the most, we say he has that. But if we just look at the pure numbers,
Look, bro.
he ain't
like-
have the best 2024.
Like when Nas dropped Illmatic, kind of crazy that he has Nas. Sorry, thank God. when Nas dropped Illmatic, which is people greatly consider why they consider the greatest album of all time, it barely even went gold. It barely even hit 500,000 sales.
Yeah.
And it took over a year for it to go gold. You feel me?
Okay.
There's no hit singles on that.
Mhm.
People still talk about that album. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you can't just equate it as sales figures.
All right. So if
Especially
you were to change the list,
Yeah.
how would you change the list? Name your 12.
I mean, name my 12. That's the whole conversation. You know what I mean?
Okay. No,
Yeah,
but we
Cardi-
can have
Man, Cardi.
But-
no. Okay.
Little
But-
Pump.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. But okay. But obviously, bro, like Lush, you are a hip hop dude. You can distinguish between my personal 12 and a 12 that should be the Kings.
Yeah, but like
So
that
if we're having
that's
a conversation
not,
of who
that's
should
not
be
a
the
bad
Kings, you-
list. There's nothing wrong with that list.
So, okay, cool.
There's
So then
nothing
he's
wrong
right.
with that list. I don't fuck with. I have
He's
a
right
different
then.
list. I have a different list, but everyone he has listed are goats.
So what's
My
your different
list
list?
is different. I mean, my top. So are you saying the overall top 10 of hip hop? I mean,
Top 12.
okay, for sure Wayne's on there.
Okay.
For sure Jay is on there.
Okay.
For sure Pac and Big are on there. For sure M is on there. For sure Nas is on there. For sure Rakim is on there. Those are undebatables. Like the others, like that's where, you know, you could add or subtract a few names that are up there. But
All
What
right.
are you adding?
Is Drake a rapper?
I mean, like, yeah, Drake. I'm not mad at Drake being. Personally, I think he's probably on the overall hip hop top 10. He's probably on there or top 15 for sure. He's not like you kind of got to give it to him. Like he's close to it, although it sounds weird, but you have to have him at a high spot just based on impact alone. Whether or not
listen.
you like it, you have to put Drake on the list. Like you have to.
Duh. Like,
Yeah, you have
bro,
to. Like, you
duh,
have to
like,
put
there's no
Jay,
argument.
You have to
Duh.
put Wayne. You have to put Big and Pac. 50 is not a top 10 of all time rapper. LL arguably not a top 10 of all time rapper, but he could be. Run DMC definitely not top 10 of all time. You know
And
what I'm saying?
did you say like who
Nas
you're
and
taking?
Rakim. I mean, I would say shit. I would replace Run DMC with Big Daddy Kane fast. You feel me?
Okay.
I would replace. Yeah, you said Big L, Big L, Big Pun, Big L, Big Pun, both on the motherfucking list straight up. You feel me? Like,
Wait, pause. So you're taking out 50 Cent, LL Cool J, and Run DMC, and you're replacing it with Big Pun and Big L.
I don't.
That's what we're saying right now,
I'm gonna
Lars.
be real. I can't
Okay.
put Big L in the top 10 just because he was.
You
taking,
put Big Pun in the top
Yeah,
10.
Big Pun is in the top 10. Big Pun is in the top 10.
Here, man.
Big Pun is in the top 10.
I'll be
Big L
real.
like top 15 realistically, bro. Because like, look, my top 10,
Yeah.
Big L's like in my top 5 damn near. I love Big L. It's like my life. But
Yeah.
even though I'm not a fan of the early Big L horrorcore Children of the Corn arc,
Yeah.
although I do like him rapping with Cam and Mace when he had his I don't like the Devil's Son album that much, but Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, The Big Picture,
Wait, let me look
Flambeau. I love all that shit
I'll
by
stop
Big
real
L.
quick.
But I can't say he top 10 in overall. But like to me, like I have Big L above Drake. You know what I mean?
So
But-
put it on, Big L.
Put
Put
it
it
on,
on and
come
on.
on,
So put
come
it
on.
on, Big.
See, Gunner knows what the fuck going on.
No, but I'll be
Flacco
real
don't
though.
even know a Big L hook.
No, no,
Put it
bro.
on, Big L. Put
No,
it
bro,
on.
but again,
Battles I
man,
lose, don't I make crews
our
run?
personal list is cool, but
Yeah,
I
know.
think like when we're discussing
No, Big
like
Pun
top
like
12
Big Pun for real deserve to be on there, gang.
from what
and-
metric?
From what metric? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like the overall skill level that he achieved while making hit records. Those 2 albums from Capital
we're talking
Punishment
about-
to Yeah Baby, like he put out as many albums as Biggie Smalls. You know what I mean?
If we're talking about just skill level, bro, like we could go to the
Big
local
Pun's probably
corner.
like the best rapper of all time if we're talking skill level. Like, if not like for sure top 5. Undeniable. Big Pun
If we're
raps
talk-
better than everyone's favorite rapper. Like we ain't even gonna like have that discussion. So does Big Daddy Kane. So does Cool G Rap.
But here's why, like
They skill wise, those 3 motherfuckers, bro. And then we could even say Big L and shouts to the father of his style, Lord Finesse. You feel me? Like, man, why can't this conversation be this? They don't want to hear this. Lil Wayne, you feel me, is actually up there, bro.
Well, the skill
skill-wise.
level. the
Lil
old
Wayne
head
up
talk
there.
though, right? Like that's like the
Exactly.
old head criteria, bro. But like again, yo, like when people are talking about like the top 12, bro, because again, we could go to like the local corner of New York and like and you know and like DC and Chicago, and we could find a rapper more skilled than every rapper that's ever
No, for
mainstream,
sure.
right?
You're right.
So
Absolutely.
obviously
Absolutely.
right. So obviously
Philadelphia, I'll find one in 10 minutes.
No, sure.
Detroit.
So obviously we're not talking about just the skill level because like
No, but it is a factor.
yeah, sure,
It is
like
a factor.
some,
That's why it definitely is a factor
Right.
because like and a lot of people, I don't want people to get it twisted by removing LL Cool J because like, but for his time, LL Cool J was like insanely skilled and did push the.
if we're
push it
talking
forward,
like just
but-
like the skill level,
and-
okay,
and-
the
and
Jay
had-
Electronica is above
and had a
every
lot of-
rapper and like listen.
Who?
If we're talking skill, which is why I hate to have the skill discussion, because
Mm-hmm.
skill is subjective. But meaning, bro, like what I consider skill, you consider differently, right? So, for example, just skill, Jay Electronica is
Yeah,
the greatest of all time, and like, it's not close.
Yeah, no,
But-
Jay Electronica is one of the most skilled rappers of all time. But
I say he's the greatest skilled rapper of all time, but
I'm gonna let you have that. You feel me?
obviously
I'm not-
that's not what we're discussing.
No, but
right?
I'm not mad at you saying that.
Yeah.
like he's definitely up there.
Of course.
But he doesn't even crack any of these lists because
Why? Because skilled
no,
is not like a
because that's not the
high
so-
determining factor.
No, it's not the sole metric, but it is a metric that needs to be taken into consideration.
It's like a component, but I'm
Yeah, it's a
saying
component.
Here,
But that's why Big Pun is able to crack the list.
you can't put Big Pun above Future by no metric.
I mean skills.
That's one component, right? And
Yeah.
what else?
No, that's it.
And I'm
But-
saying, and that's why you can't put him above Future because Future takes everything else.
You also got to there is the whole thing like, okay, do you think that Eminem gets extra points because he's white and what he can how much as a result then because if it wasn't for Eminem you might have never seen like Mac Miller or Paul Wall?
No, I feel like Eminem gets credit because black folks, well, like some consumers of hip hop, no, so not even black, bro, just all races, consumers of hip hop, some are very stupid. So when they hear somebody rap really fast, because their brain can't really compute it as fast as the person is rapping, they think the person is saying some profound shit. So Eminem,
You're talking about Busta, not Eminem.
no.
But nowadays Eminem is
Yeah.
on that. But back in the day, Eminem was
No,
not
sure.
like that.
No,
Eminem did not used to be like that at all. He used to rap slower.
no, sure. So Eminem done trick people into thinking he's this like hair, right? And then two, when like he says some weird shit, because consumers are dumb, not really quite understanding that this shit don't really mean nothing or he ain't really saying nothing, we just compute it as genius. So that part in terms of skill set, two, I mean, he has all the accolades, right? So of course he's top 12, top 10, right, brother? There's no, bro, like you can't find
No,
like
no,
five
no, no,
rappers
no,
who
no,
have more accolades than Eminem.
No, I agree with that. But I'm saying like, so Big Pun, do you think the fact that he
Skill, bro,
not just skilled, but what he means to culturally, specifically to
that don't get you in this list, Les.
okay, no, I'm asking.
Listen, right?
I'm asking.
Look, right?
What I feel like Big Pun means to hip hop, and I feel like his contributions and skill level, when you wrap it all up in a package, it's pretty hard to argue against him being a top 10 MC.
If you ask the FBAs, the people who I guess like, like where their voices matter in hip hop,
The foundational Black Americans.
they will tell you that Big Pun ain't shit. You feel me?
Well,
right?
yeah, but
And
they
will tell
that's
you
because
that
he's
he ain't
Puerto Rican.
influenced shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
From their
but-
perspective, though, which I can't be mad at because it's their
yeah,
culture.
Yeah, no, I can't argue against that. I disagree. I think he had a huge influence and a huge impact
Yeah.
on, from the perspective of an MC. If you talk to other artists, they're going to tell you, yeah, Big Pun was a joint. Big Pun influenced a lot. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think that's really debatable. I understand like the racial nuance because those same people would say that about Eminem as well, right?
Nah, no, hell no. No. They love Eminem. But
They love Eminem, but not Big Pun. Are you sure that they would say that Big Pun wasn't dope and wasn't?
no,
like,
they will say like he ain't influenced shit in our culture.
I'm not gonna say he influenced did Eminem influence their culture?
Yeah, of course.
So explain this to me because now you're starting to lose me. Like so,
What?
You're starting to lose me. Like I don't get it.
No,
Like,
I'm saying from like their perspective, and they can probably say, "Yo, like again Eminem like videos, right? Like it brought kind of like a comedic value to hip hop. Like his like for example,
but that was going on for years before that. Digital,
Yeah, sure.
Digital Underground, the Humpty Dance.
Yeah,
feel me?
sure.
Like,
But like when you go diamond doing it, you sort of hijack it and take it as yours, right? So again, like that influenced some shit. He introduced 50 Cent to the world. That right there, he gets some points for that. So,
but fools are just like. So is this a big pun specifically thing because that was like they were entrenched in the argument with Fat Joe and
they are
was
very sensitive to Puerto Ricans claiming they have influence or they started some shit in hip hop.
Okay,
which again, I don't think they're right. I'm just saying they're very sensitive towards that,
and I understand that. And like I'm not even trying to open that rabbit hole today but we already know in like the elements of graffiti and breakdancing and shit like that, that's just fundamentally not true. But that's another conversation.
Wait, no, listen. If you want to debate Tariq Nasheed, I can set it up, but don't get washed.
Well, yeah, I would have to,
you scared now?
No, I'm not. I mean, like, it's undeniable if we're talking about hip hop culture.
Yeah, no, listen.
That there was break dancers, graffiti artists that were Puerto Ricans.
And he's saying they lied in terms of them introducing this new element of breakdancing into hip hop. And he's saying they lied.
They lied?
That blacks were breakdancing, blacks were doing all this shit before them. So, like, so again, I mean, I don't agree with him, but I'm just saying,
I've done extensive research that suggests otherwise.
So why are you ducking his debate?
I mean, I would love to have a debate of that nature. I'd be honored. Let's set it up.
All right, listen, man. Well,
that'd be fire. But
I will contact him, but he is already saying, we police over here, man. You feel me? So okay, I guess we reading the super chats. So JJ102125 says the Fed's gonna scrape Lush up off a pile of poop for deriding trafficking.
This was pretty funny.
Yeah,
dude. Good job.
Lush, no offense, but black and brown people been dealing with criminal justice system. Get out of here. Even the most square brown know what the fuck going on. Okay.
He's saying essentially that people should be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah. So JJ says, if you're not,
so you're fine.
No, because bro, I heard
if you're not 60
years
years old,
investigating in 2020. There's a lot more comment I've heard, but hey, I don't know.
No, I think he's referring specifically to cast members of No Jumper.
Same Cook says, your cats got bagged, they on your ass.
That's funny as shit.
Wow.
White Crips in the chat.
No.
Brick says, damn Flacco, dropped $500 on a prescription Lululemon, but the weight looked tight. But okay.
You should make a shirt that says
go down more.
But wait, look.
Ooh, so innocent. Business being extorted by gangs isn't bad. Lush is an idiot.
You're right. I like the one that said, shouts to Lush. Lush is a homie, Flacco's a buster.
Yeah.
Wait,
I know it was only $2, but I still read it.
Well, see, man. Hey, listen, man. What? Hey, listen, Russell. Look, now that we have to read.
Look. All Moves X, shout out Christ Dillinger and Acid Soldier. Yes, shout out to those guys. Those are my boys.
Right. We now have to read all the twos, right?
All right, we got
now.
Yeah.
No, we're not reading the twos.
I read it too, because it was.
What do you think of
being nice to me?
What do you think of Christ Dillinger and Acid Soldier? Flacco.
I don't know who they are.
You're gonna have to do your homework. They were here. Those.
No, the
gentlemen that were here earlier.
Yeah, no, I mean like I like them like as people.
Oh, you like them
as people? Like they're cool, but I don't know like what they do, like what they film. I just haven't.
You gotta do your homework on the music and then get back to me and tell me your final thoughts on it. And if it's something that
man.
Flacco, you responding to one of our group chats in the middle of the podcast is fucking insane.
What?
Nothing.
I mean, like again, I will think that people won't ask us questions while we're on the pod, but you know.
Whoa, he just flipped it around. Uno reverse card.
He did it.
Yeah.
Wait,
is there more,
is that
Josh?
all?
Is there more?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go. So Flacco, Blessing says, Flacco only been an American citizen for 24 months, and he think he can speak on his culture. An artist that was born in his culture, unlike him. Hey man, shout out to you, man. Black Sector says Flacco makes living off a culture he's not from. Why he never what the fuck? Why he never we report or speak on his Liberian African culture and artists? Obviously he has none. You just don't watch the same blogs, man. You feel me? If you go to blogs like Liberian Finest, my takes on Liberian culture is there.
Yeah, that one's crazy. What the fuck?
Somebody says the news was so much better without Flacco. Hey man, shout out to you, man.
Disagree.
Shop Talk says Adam going down soon. He was just in the project selling pounds to Bloods. Lush, think about how many half times of tweaks you bought from Brick. Oh yeah, listen, man.
Oh, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, bro.
Wait, wasn't y'all on a podcast sharing perks or pills?
It's my crackhead brother. You feel me?
No, not Brick. No, I'm saying you, Adam, and Brick was sharing pills.
All three of us.
Oh, y'all feel, bro. Oh my God.
Cheers, right?
Oh, listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro, boy, they putting together something mean on y'all right now, man.
Prescription medication for my back.
I could use
so
some
then why'd you give it to other people?
I just got a tooth pulled today. I could use some prescription meds.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Wait, they don't put you under anesthesia?
They don't put you under anesthesia for pulling a tooth out? The fuck? I don't know.
Which tooth though?
They're gonna numb
They make your shit numb and they rip it out.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You're wait though, like the wisdom tooth or which tooth that you cut?
Nah, I had a tooth on the side of my mouth.
A cavity?
No, it was a baby tooth. I guess I'm a mutant who was never born with an adult tooth, so I get that baby tooth extracted.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man.
I just have one question. How come? So whites, we have more of a pass than the Puerto Ricans, or are they just tripping on the Puerto Ricans because the Puerto Ricans are debating them? That's why?
No, yeah.
Because Fat
right?
Joe's we've been around.
Yeah, no, man.
It's crazy to come at Fat Joe on some hip hop shit, being that he was from DITC and Tats Crew, legendary graffiti artist. That fool was fucking tagging since back in the day. It's weird, bro.
I think the conversation is just them in general, but white people generally aren't out here claiming
we didn't invent it.
We found it, right? Yeah. Like we're co-founders, which I think is an important conversation to have, right? Who are the co-founders? Because if blacks are saying, no, hold up now, bro.
I think it's blacks featuring browns.
Wait.
Featuring.
Blacks featuring who?
Browns, brown, Latinos.
In hip hop or what?
Yeah.
Okay, but who's the founder though?
Black featuring brown. Cool Herc invented hip hop.
But it's not featuring though. If
Cool Herc's a black dude.
Co-founding.
He's Jamaican. He's Jamaican. Yeah, the assistant or secondary.
No.
Secondary.
There's no co-founder. There's co-founders.
But there was
people who came afterwards.
I'm just saying, look, here's what I'll say. Cool Herc credited, and I know it's not just Cool Herc. I done my maths. I know it's a little bit more than just that.
Cool Herc is black, right?
Yeah, he's a black dude, Jamaican descent, right? You feel me? All right.
And even they have a problem with listing Cool Herc as somebody who is a founder.
Okay, and that's when it gets weird. That's when it gets weird.
What?
Because this is now you're revising history. It's revisionism. His cultural revisionism.
No,
they're gonna say. I know what they're gonna say.
There was DJs before him who was doing it.
Yeah, but
he took elements of black culture, not Jamaican
jam
culture.
that is widely credited. In August. As being the first.
Yeah, but they don't want a Jamaican to be credited where there was black Americans.
But it's hip hop, the whole art of DJing and toasting, which essentially is what rapping came from, is from Jamaica. So there's no roots of hip hop without Jamaica. There's no hip hop without Jamaica. Period. If you go into sound system culture and all that shit, there is no hip hop. So yeah, bring Tariq Nasheed on. I'm down to run that debate fade.
Hey, Lush, listen. Go home today, right? And
I'm sure he considers me an abomination because I marry and procreate outside of my race.
No. That's Umar Johnson.
Yeah, I know Umar.
But... Yeah. Tariq Nasheed don't care about interracial marriage.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Wait, and how did you procreate outside of your race?
I'm just saying I would.
No, but how are you currently doing it? Your girl's white.
My girl's white?
She's not
What
white.
the fuck are you talking about, bro?
She's not white.
What?
So what?
What do you
Again,
think she is? Dude?
again, I think your girl is a great person, so I'm not dissing her. Like I just don't know.
No, she's Guatemalan, fool.
So white.
So she's
So that means she's Hispanic.
first,
from Hispanic
bro. The
descent.
fucking black
She's-
Israelites will accept her.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She's Central American.
But she's
she's
a
Latina.
Spaniard though. Like she's like a white
They won't
Spaniard.
accept me.
She's white.
Like she's not like a George Lopez.
Oh my.
Like that right there is
God.
brown.
When you say stuff, do you realize
Bro,
what you're saying is
what?
wrong?
How?
Alright.
Wait, Paul. Canelo Alvarez is a white Mexican. He's not
He's a full-blooded Mexican.
That's a country though,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
Where
yeah.
he hails from. Where he
bro.
from.
Yes, Mexico is a country, but your race is white,
My girl's
You're just a white Mexican.
brown, fool.
right?
Brown.
No.
If I was born in Mexico, my parents was born in Mexico, and we were this
You
skin tone.
If you
No,
Mexican,
no,
brown.
no, but that's a country though. I would be a black Mexican because I'm black, right?
My girl,
he's Latinx, dude.
my girl looks white to you. That's
No, not at all.
insane.
No, no.
If the majority of your ancestry dates back to Europe, you are white.
The majority of your ancestry.
Yeah, like for example, Canelo Alvarez, he's born in Mexico, but you can look at Canelo and say, yeah, bro,
Yeah, I
like,
understand what you're saying.
like your
but-
ancestry is European, bro.
But if you saw my girl's parents, like she came out a little bit lighter, so there might be some conquistador blood in there.
She's super light. So
She came out a little lighter. Her brother's darker. Her mom's a little lighter. Her dad's dark. You feel me? Like, and her family, she's first generation American.
oh, look, wait.
Family straight from Guatemala.
Wait, look. Saying you don't get my point is like saying DJ Flip is brown.
No, I get your point. Like
Right?
you're saying she's
wait,
lighter.
wait. Hey, look, Russ, look. Is DJ Flip brown?
DJ Flip?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
He looks white.
I mean, why do it matter, right?
Yeah.
Because folks is from what, Mexico?
I forgot that Flip was even Mexican, bro, to be honest with you.
Full Mexican.
Yeah.
100%.
But my girl does not get white privilege, bro. People don't mistake my girl
Well, there's
for
no
white. She
such
doesn't-
thing, right?
she
If you're
doesn't-
born in Mexico, you're brown.
She
Are we
gets
talking about that guy?
like
You
my
married?
girl gets
Yeah, it's him.
He looks kind of Mexican actually.
Yeah, he looks Mexican a little bit. Yeah.
My girl gets pulled
He looks-
over for being brown. My girl doesn't get like
Well,
the
that's
benefits of white
bullshit,
privilege.
man.
What?
Lush, she benefits from white privilege, bro.
What, bro? This is insane.
Lush, no cop is saying, "Oh my God, you are a brown person. I'm pulling you over. Stop it, bro." Like she don't get pulled over because she's brown.
Bro, you're
She-
tripping, dog.
She moves through the world looking again. Once she talks
I
to you,
get-
now
Oh,
you
so
know
it's
she,
her fault, huh?
No,
It's her fault.
It's like not her
Oh,
fault.
there he goes again. Victim.
Germ,
blaming.
it's your fault.
But Lush
Yeah.
saying that cops is pulling her over because she's brown when
it
they
definitely has been.
when they can't even
don't think
tell
you-
she's brown.
You don't think there's a
until
dri-
she talks, right?
You know,
I feel like-
you don't think driving with while Mexicans a thing to the LAPD?
His
the one thing can tell is Mexican. Yeah,
Bro, she don't look white, fool. You can tell by her features she's not white.
he's
fool.
gonna
Like,
say next. It was her choice.
What? No. Hey, man, listen, man. Shout out to everybody, people. We have to get up out of here, man.
Tariq Nasheed, lace those tennis shoes, player. I'm coming.
I think he's about to wash you, man.
I don't know about that.
Right? Oh, also too, when like you go home,
You're
wait.
gonna play ball?
No,
Huh?
we're gonna debate the origins of hip hop.
Okay,
Wait
right
3
after that,
hours.
I want to see a foot race. A foot
Yeah.
race right after.
Tariq
He might
Nasheed
get
is Tariq Nasheed is a 6'7" athlete.
Yeah, I said he might have got me in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No, right. Like you probably got like what, like what do like
How
white
fast
folks
is this 40-yard sprint?
Golf,
Yeah, you got him in golf.
I might could have him in golf.
Yeah, right.
You
Probably
playing
not.
golf like that?
No, I like golf.
Well,
though.
he's white. Isn't
I would
his
like
like
to.
you know?
Dude,
Ice hockey.
What
Is
is
it-
that supposed to mean?
He's
ice
born
hockey.
inherently knowing how to play
Oh,
golf.
how to play
Yeah.
golf? Yeah.
He's white.
Yeah. He knows how to
When
play
I was
golf.
2 years old,
Yeah. You were born with
I
it.
had a putter in my hand.
Just like for
Prodigy.
example,
So,
If
so
you
by
put
that
a-
understanding, I'm a golf prodigy myself, correct?
absolutely.
Yes, you
Feel
are.
me?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know what pickleball is?
Golf and tennis.
No.
Yeah, pickleball is like baby tennis, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in a
But
sense.
like
fire.
So much fun.
at my last apartment, they had like this huge like room in our gym where it's like there was like a wall of like
handball.
balls.
Oh,
Racquetball.
dude,
Racquetball.
I'm trying to play some handball.
That-
with my
That's
shit
just so
off.
gay.
Handball's gangster as fuck.
Yeah.
That shit is so fucking gay, bruh.
No, it's bro, it's a dangerous sport. You
Because
get
it
hurt.
don't make sense. Like y'all are just hitting the ball and on the wall. There's like, how do you even win?
Yeah, but
if it bounces twice, you lose.
you lose, yeah.
It's like tennis.
Yeah.
If it bounces twice, you lose.
Yeah, no.
If you hit it out of bounds,
It's
you
a
lose.
lot like
It's
tennis.
a lot like tennis. What are you talking about?
Because like tennis,
But
but
tennis
with a
is
wall.
the hardest sport, bro. Tennis takes skill.
So does handball.
So does handball.
skill,
Yeah.
athleticism.
Yo, imagine
Racquetball takes a lot
a
of that
little
athleticism.
tiny ball that fucking big coming at you 40, 50 miles an hour, and you have to hit it with the palm of your hand just the right fucking way so it bullets to the wall and comes back.
The palm of your hand.
Josh,
Yeah.
No.
who's the most athletic at no
I'm talking about
jumper?
handball, right?
You?
That thing you're talking
Oh,
about?
me, for
So
No.
it's
Yeah.
a handball racquetball court.
So
It's a
would
huge wall.
Flacco
It's
stand a
just one
chance
wall.
against you
Handball
in a
or
racquetball
racquetball?
game?
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
Probably not.
Yeah.
The whole game.
What?
So would Flacco
Probably
stand a
box
chance
out
in
for
a right?
people, but like he doesn't have the endurance to like take a whole.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like it does. He's
Bro,
trying
put
to
me
say
in tennis,
racquetball.
bro. Yeah. Bro, listen, yo. I'm really trying to show like how much of how elite I am. Meaning this,
I'll
for
play you in
example-
handball.
I'll play you in tennis. I'll whoop your ass.
I'll fucking destroy you. in
No,
handball.
John. Okay, John. Again, yo. There's levels, right? Meaning this, okay. Yo, if I really truly wanted to, I probably could have like pursued a pro tennis career after high school.
So you
Oh.
okay? Why is this the
Oh
first
my
for you?
God.
How is this the first for
You've never
hearing?
heard of this before, ever.
Never.
Yeah.
How is this the first for hearing about
no,
this? dog?
it's not.
You've talked about hella sports. You were lifting.
Nigga, what?
You had fucking girlfriends.
I've been told you.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Listen, bro. I've been
Muscle
told you I
pictures.
was first singles after freshman year.
Yeah.
I was first singles.
National
Oh, bro. Let me see, bro. If I
or like state or national city? What?
no. Wait, no. Sorry, bro. No, look.
See how
First
you
singles
phrased
means
with a simple question?
sorry, bro. Because like you. Okay, like
Just asking the question, bro.
no.
Fuck, man.
No, you got it wrong. First singles means like, for example, right? Like how like basketball have like point guard, shooting guard,
Oh,
center.
that's a position.
Yeah, first singles is like you are like
Oh,
the
you
best
start-
person
you're
on
the
the team. You're
Being in band.
Okay, yeah, you're the starter. You're the starter of your high school team.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, bro.
That's
I
dope.
was no trust me, bro. Like if you ask
He made
people,
it sound like he was doing something.
Like he
for
was a
real.
fucking professional.
Like he was a
fucking-
joint. Like he was a boy.
All right. I have a proposition
you,
for you.
bro.
I want you to play handball for 8 months. Hone your skills in. Come back to me. I'll play you. I won't practice once the entire time. And if you beat me, you win a prize.
Are you talking about actual like prison
Yeah.
handball?
Yeah.
Not like wall
Prison
ball?
handball.
Yeah, not with like the big.
No, like
yeah.
prison
I'm
handball.
an athlete, bro. I don't play fake sports. Like we gotta play like a real sport for me, right?
Yeah.
Like tennis. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a real.
That's what
motherfucking
separates the
sport.
men from the boys.
Hey, wait. Every time though,
It does require. a
y'all
lot of
doubt me. Like for example, basketball. Y'all told me that Boston would whoop my ass 11-0. I came and whooped them.
You did not
11-2.
Whoa. You did not whoop them.
I beat them 11-2.
And you stopped the game 3 times for a 10-minute break.
I whooped them. No, it was
No, you did
No.
not. No, you did not.
It was a halftime once.
So there's a halftime once.
He said one.
But they told me though I stood no chance and he would beat me. And I beat him 11-2.
Was
so
Boston- was
I
Boston-
showed y'all like I'm a little like basketball.
All right.
Like
Wait.
I'm a literal athlete. Like
Wait,
like
you
yeah.
played Bassa on a court or on or just the machine?
At an actual basketball
his
court.
shooting was garbage. He boxed him out because he's 200 pounds more than him.
Bro,
Yeah.
I made back-to-back threes though, and like
Is Bassa
on camera.
Is Bassa even nice like that?
Yes, he's
No.
nice. Oh my,
No.
see, wait for it, right? Wait for it. So, in fact, yo,
I never seen
in fact,
Bassa
people,
play
listen, man,
with-
people like, comment, subscribe, man. We are like out of here, man.
All right, man. Be smooth. Have
Yeah,
a great
man.
weekend.